morning, Mzansi, and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, only on S3. It's wonderful to be with you. My name is Ewan Stratham. We are live all the way through till 9 o'clock on this beautiful Thursday morning. And can you believe it? Yes, it's 11 days till Christmas, and boy, are we excited. That is insane. So what's going to be happening this morning, just to give you a quick rundown, JP is going to be joining us ahead of the release of Dream Scenario. Interesting movie, which is about a man whose life turns completely upside down when millions of strangers start seeing him in their dreams. So, dude, I don't know, how do you feel about that? Graham, what do you think about that? What do you feel? Should people start dreaming about you, my brother?
Oh, buddy, I have a feeling so many people wake up to our voices and our faces every morning that kind of feels like a bit of a reality, and I'm there for that. Well, whether it's in reality or in your dreams, we just want to connect with you because that's, I think, ultimately what's most important with us. And we got ourselves a little early Christmas present, something so important to us. And I say this because so much resource and effort has gone into the amazing social media team that we have, and we broadcast live on YouTube every day. We have taken a lot of time and effort to connect with this platform and make the most of it, and you have responded brilliantly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've just been recognized for having over 100,000 subscribers. That is massive, and for us, it really is a validation for our amazing social media team who are working literally around the clock. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the effort that you put in. Thank you for keeping the conversation going. And to all of you who are watching all over the world, that's the best part about the YouTube viewer base, is that we're connecting with a global viewership. Thank you so much. You make our job so worthwhile. So we want to hear from you this morning. What is your favorite part of the show? What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see a little bit less of? The show is all for you. Let us know. 063-408-8863 or drop a comment on any of our socials. We'd love to hear from you. In fact, let's connect with the broader team right now. Good morning, Zanele. How are you doing?
Oh, yes. Good morning, South Africa. Good morning, Cape Town. It is about to be a beautiful one indeed. Live from the Johannesburg studios this morning. Not only are we as Expresso being awarded a 100K mark subscribers on YouTube by YouTube Africa. Thank you very much. No, we're also celebrating a huge milestone, and that's something that you need to stick around for because it's going to be absolutely exciting. However, also in terms of entertainment, we're going to be getting into one of my favorite artists. Yes, I'm talking about Mthandazo Gaja. He, in fact, is a platinum-selling artist, someone that you should know by now. I like to call him John Legend's bestie. But another favor is going to be in the building, Aubrey Nwana. And trust me, you want to stick around for it because these are going to be beautiful performances that you deserve on a Thursday morning. Right about now, though, as I go and get ready for all of these lovely guests that we're going to be having, I want you to make sure that you stick around because we have got our beautiful Cape Town family standing by with the news.
Thank you so much, Zanele. It's going to be an incredible Thursday, that is for sure. Let's take a look at your news. It's 3 minutes past 6 o'clock. Let's run you through those headlines. Starting off with your national news headlines. 14 suspects were arrested early yesterday morning by police in Stellenbosch on charges of fraud, theft and money laundering involving some 40 million rand. Now, police spokesperson Joseph Swatboy said the 2 women and 12 men are suspected to be part of an asset financing syndicate. Meanwhile, the Hawks have arrested 4 more suspects for fraud, theft and money laundering of some 24 million rand at the State Theatre in Pretoria. Now, 2 employees allegedly used letterheads of existing companies to create fake invoices and change bank details to those of their family members. And good news for consumers is that consumer price inflation eased back to 5.5% in November compared to 5% in the previous month. Now, figures by Statistics South Africa show that the decrease can mainly be attributed to the recent drop in fuel prices. However, the price of food increased to 9%, the highest level in 4 months. Now, the bird flu outbreak caused the price of chicken and chicken eggs to rise sharply. Eggs cost almost 40% more in November compared to November last year. Making international news headlines this morning, a new report accuses Russia of laundering some $2.5 billion from what it calls African blood gold since the start of the war in Ukraine. The Blood Gold report accuses mercenaries of the Wagner Group of generating more than $100 million a month in revenue for the Kremlin through the illegal gold trade in the Central African Republic, Sudan and Mali. The report was compiled by a research team led by African-European relations expert Jessica Berlin. It also states that the military junta in Mali pays the Russian Wagner mercenaries in cash. And representatives of some 200 countries have agreed at the COP28 climate summit in Dubai to start reducing the use of fossil fuels to limit the impact of climate change. Now, the agreement was reached after 2 weeks of negotiations. The agreement calls on countries to move away from the use of fossil fuels, but not to phase them out, as many involved at the summit had wished for. The president of COP28, Sultan Al Jaber, described the agreement as historic, but said its real success would depend on its implementation. And we'll end it with this story. A Johannesburg mother recently checked her 11-year-old son's phone and was gobsmacked to find that he'd been negotiating the purchasing of a car, one of the most iconic and expensive luxury brands available, a Rolls-Royce. And not just any Rolls-Royce, mind you, but a Phantom Billionaire Edition, the price of which starts at 8.7 million rand. Little Kamokhelo Mokoena even tried to convince Daytona sales executive Grant Baben to grant him a discount. Well, Kamokhelo didn't manage to acquire his dream car, but Baben, being the kind man that he is, did invite him and his dad, Itumuleng, to the showroom to view the Phantom, and a video of Kamokhelo very much in his element being chauffeured around in the Rolls-Royce. It went absolutely viral. Well, there we have it. Young man making his dreams come true at a very early age already. That's your news headlines for the 6 o'clock. We'll be back in an hour with another round. Right now, let's dive into your sports. Here's Graham.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Let's start with rugby and a story I think we've been waiting for a while now. Japan have officially announced that Eddie Jones, yes, is their new head coach as of yesterday, officially following his departure from the Wallabies after what was undoubtedly a disappointing Rugby World Cup tenure. So Jones, who previously led Japan from 2012 to 2015, is renowned for their historic win, of course, against the Springboks, a major turning point for our team. Despite denying links to the role, speculation heightened after reports of his interview during the Wallabies' dismal World Cup campaign. And Jones will officially take over the reins on the 1st of January next year. Then we turn to cricket, and Travis Head reclaimed his role as vice-captain for the Australian Test cricket squad. And Captain Pat Cummins revealed his team for the Perth clash against Pakistan, making just one change from the last Test in July. Veteran spinner Nathan Lyon, he now nearing the 500-wicket milestone as well, returns, displacing Todd Murphy. And amid questions about his form, David Warner is set to open the batting in what's anticipated to be his final Test series. And plenty of footballing action on offer last night. Paris Saint-Germain, they've secured their spot in the Champions League knockout stages, drawing 1-1 against Borussia Dortmund in their final Group F match. The hosts, Karim Adeyemi, he broke the deadlock in the 51st minute, but PSG responded with Warren Zaïre-Emery's equaliser 5 minutes later. And Dortmund topped the group with 11 points, PSG securing second with 8. AC Milan in third with the same points. They sneak through. They head to Europa League after their 2-1 victory against Newcastle United. And then finally, another footballing story. Turkey's football action returns on December the 19th following a temporary halt triggered by a shocking attack on referee Halil Umut Mela. Now, the suspension came after MKA Angarukugu president Faruk Koka actually punched the referee post-match on Monday. Turkish Football Federation's Mehmet Boyakeksi, he pledged penalties for the incident. But it seems like they have found a way forward. And that's where we leave our sport for now. We're going to be talking racing with Cape Racing. It's a whole new year, a whole new season to look forward to. Some absolute gems in there. So stick around for that. But right now, let's see what the weather has in store for your Thursday morning.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's start off with some weather news. First and foremost, the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with possible strong damaging wind and hail, resulting in localized damage to properties over the southwestern part of Northwest and the central and southern Free State, extending to the eastern half of the Eastern Cape. The rest of the country can expect partly cloudy and warm weather, as well as isolated showers and thunder showers over large parts until Saturday. Now, from your weather news to our first sunrise view picture of the hour, let's take a look. This one was sent in by Keith. Good morning, Keith, in Cape Town. Beautiful golden sun breaking this morning. Absolutely wonderful. Keith, thank you very much for taking the time sending that through. It looks magical. That is for sure. Have yourself a blessed day, my friend. Please continue sharing those morning views with us. We'd love to see your parts of the world. You can do so by sending those pictures to our WhatsApp line 0630 or 0634088863. There we have it. Right now, let's take a look at your temperatures and get you prepped for your Thursday.
So we are looking forward to a bumper sporting year next year. And of course, Cape Racing are providing the perfect platform at the gorgeous revamped Kenilworth racecourse. We're going to get into what you can look forward to, some amazing new additions there, certainly on the entertainment front as well. And of course, the best racing you can look forward to. Then if you find yourself in the KZN neck of the woods, Kutli is going to give you a play-by-play on how you can extract the most out of what is one of the best holiday destinations in the world. And it's on our doorstep. Stick around. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Let's get even more excited about the summer season and, of course, a bumper sporting year next year. But we've got summer right in front of us and a revitalized, unbelievable 3-month makeover, in fact, leading to with a Kenilworth racecourse with a whole new bag. It's not just about horse racing now. This season, it's a hub of sportainment and community. You will find your tribe. So discover the grand old ladies modern edge, hosting fashion by Gavin Raja and a year-round family experience with new amenities and an incredible chef involved. And here to join us this morning and tell us a bit more about this upcoming season is Cape Racing COO and someone who's probably even more excited than I am, Donovan Everett. Donovan, welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show.
I know you're very busy at the moment. So how is race season? This is kind of the peak. Judging by, I was laughing by the amount of jockeys that I keep traveling with.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on at the moment in Cape Town's where it's at.
No, it's a tremendous amount going on, and we're extremely proud to have revitalised the racecourse. Kenilworth has really, Hollywood Bets Kenilworth has really had a complete and utter makeover from inside out. So the racing experience has been significantly uplifted.
Brilliant.
We've got big screens outside on the track. We've got brand new sound. The whole building's been renovated. The grounds have been renovated. And so far, it's been very, very well received. Some people like Gary Player, who have been down there, reckon it's been one of the top 5 courses in the world that he's visited.
Brilliant.
So I think Cape Townians can be very proud of what's been achieved there. So you haven't been down there yet, you got to get down there and
missing
come
out,
check it out.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to come check it out.
I mean, we understand, obviously, we've had quite a close relationship with you guys for a
Yeah.
number of years here, and we've been through the ebbs and flows in terms of what the market has put us through, what COVID put us through,
Yeah.
all of these incredible challenges. Why was it so important to reinvest in the grand old lady? Why did we need, because this track is special in the South African ecosystem when it comes to horse racing. She has a very special place.
Well, I mean, Hollywood Bets Kenilworth is almost 150 years old.
Yeah.
It's been synonymous with Cape Town for that long, and there's been some really special memories over the years of fantastic and great horses that have run there, and great memories of all of us attending the likes of the Met and all that. So it was important to reposition it, and in order to do that, we had to give it a makeover. We haven't lost the heritage touch of
essence,
it,
yeah.
and the whole rejuvenation of it is almost an ode to its history. So when you walk into the building, you'll see all the old races on sort of wallpapers. You'll see the trophies displayed, but with a modern twist to it. And then it's got the new TV screens, new sound in it. So it really is a revitalized platform, and it's important that we get it back up to where it was.
It means something, it really does, and I'm glad that you tell that story so people understand the history there as well. But it speaks to a very progressive, modern approach to horse racing, and people love the fashion, they love the food, they love the culture. I joke about you'll find your tribe there, but there is a reason why we look forward to these massive events. Gavin Raja involved now on a much bigger scale. Ruben Riffle involved. Maybe we should have started with those two names there, but talk to me about the entertainment package and how you've ramped things up on that side.
Well, it's important that those facets go along with racing. I mean, that's synonymous around the globe, the fashion, the food experience. And it's something that, from a racing perspective, hasn't really been personified over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned Gavin, you mentioned Ruben. They're both very astute within their own sort of industries, and no better people to lead the charge in terms of rejuvenating that and creating that experience. We all understand that, you know, when you're going down to the races, you want to look your best.
You want to look the part, man.
And when you're there as well, you know, the racing's the main aspect of the day, but you want to make sure that from a culinary perspective, it's a fantastic experience. So you put all those combinations together, and then you have a fantastic day out, you know. So it's important that we get the right people involved.
And you certainly have, and I think it's going to be a vibe. This next year, I think that the weather is playing its part. Cape Town seems to be the epicenter of the world right now, which is fantastic. So we want to be able to make the most out of it. I know this is not just for the pundits, not just for those guys that are kind of the diehard fans of racing, but families can go and enjoy this. What's the best way to engage with Kenilworth, and how can we get the most out of it? And I know we're going to have a busy year. It's in the peak of the busiest season right now, but there is so much to savour at Kenilworth.
The Hollywood Bets Kenilworth is really changing the format of what's on offer. You know, racing is one aspect of it. Our phase 2 of the development is really going to look at actually opening up Hollywood Bets Kenilworth as more of an urban park, and opening up as a 7-day-a-week business, including sort of fitness trails, running trails right around the track, including paddle courts, fives football courts, food and beverage offerings. So we want people to come down there, engage. Everything for families is laid on. We've got an eco-reserve in the middle of Kenilworth Racetrack, which is actually rated higher than Kirstenbosch Gardens, funny enough.
What?
So there's a lot on offer there.
We've had 150 years to protect it.
We've got 150 years to protect it, 100%. So,
That's incredible.
So the
bro.
idea is to basically take all these different products, put them into one portfolio, into one ecosystem, and create a new go-to destination for Cape Townians to come and down and enjoy the space. So that's the big picture.
I absolutely love it. I'm getting goosebumps listening to you speak about it, because I know what it'll mean for the local kind of, I use that term ecosystem a lot, but this feeds into so many different areas. But never forget, it could also just change your life. You could go, bet on a horse and change your life forever. We see it happen on the show all the time. For a day of sporting enrichment, there is very few things, or are very few things, that come close to this kind of experience. Kenilworth has a brand new facelift. She looks amazing, and we are ready to embrace it this summer. Donovan, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Graham. We are ready to embrace summer as a whole, that's for sure. Now, the Sunset Summer Tour, it is here officially, and this is your sign to revel in the splendor of South Africa's most breathtaking sunsets while soaking in the beauty of nature and entertainment. Now, you can relax and unwind this summer and experience a tour near you. I mean, we're talking some sensational sounds, we're talking seasoned artists and unforgettable memories made. Now, this weekend, definitely put it in your calendars. On Sunday, the 17th of December, there's a Sunset Summer Concert at On Point Waterfront in Durban. It's going to be one for the books. So if you are in the area, make a date of it and go out and just experience summer like none other. Now, further dates will include the 28th of December, that's in Plet, and the 29th of December in Knysna. Should you be in that side of the world, don't miss out on the summer of a lifetime, because it really is. Get your tickets today.
Yep, the party hasn't started just yet, or at least not right now. So stick around for the next 2.5 hours, if you will, please. So Kutla is going to give us some great ideas on how you can spread a little bit of love. And she's in KZN at the moment having a huge amount of fun. Then this man is going to spread some love. I've been dying to do this. We're going to play the game Binge It or Bash It, okay, with the man who doesn't play games, okay?
Or doesn't have love.
He doesn't have love or play games, okay? I cannot wait to find out if he is going to binge it or bash it. If he's going to binge anything or bash everything, or maybe binge it all. I don't know.
Straight up at the front. And don't stream anything ever again. Bash everything. Go outdoors, sniff a flower.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. We binge or bash after this. Yay.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for dialing in this morning. It's already been inspirational, and it's only going to get better.
Absolutely, and a lot still heading your way this morning. But for now, step into a world of childhood enchantments, where toys are the language of joy, and every smile tells a tale of absolute magic.
Man, we've been loving this journey with Suffle alongside the Angel Network, who do amazing work. Likewise, the Lions Club in Turkish, just absolutely amazing. And they surprised 75 children with gifts to put a smile on their faces and warm their hearts, even just for a moment. It's amazing how much impact just one toy can have. And Kutle was there to witness and take it all in.
Step into the magical world of childhood wonder, where toys become a language of love, joy, and overall excitement. Suffle's toy campaign transforms pre-loved toys into enchanting gifts to create memories that will last them a lifetime. I am here at Lions Club of Turkey, where the spirit of Christmas is unfolding for children from 4 different homes. So get ready to see some beautiful smiles and share heartwarming moments.
You all make a nice big train. Clap.
Mark, can you please tell us more about the work that you do here?
The Lions Club of Turkey has been serving its communities for the past 45 years, almost 46 years. We design our service projects around the needs of our communities. And we always strive to live up to the Lions motto, which is we serve. And we use that motto to serve our marginalized communities in our catchment area. And then also our annual children's Christmas party project, which is happening today, which has really become mainstay projects of the club.
The Angel Network has been Safripol's MPO partner for the past 4 years. Talk to us about the impact this collaboration has had on the community.
These children grow up living the harshest of realities. The impact that we see in these children, in these vulnerable communities, is the pure joy and excitement that this toy can bring. For most children, it's the only toy they ever receive. Just to give you an example of what one child said last year to one of our beneficiaries, he never knew that Santa visited the poor. Now that speaks volumes. That really makes you realize how these children grow up and don't ever feel that they are worthy or would ever receive a toy themselves.
The thing is that many of these children, specifically that are here today, are all in safe custody, or they come from orphanages, or they come from safe homes, and they would not necessarily have the possibility or privilege of actually having a Christmas fun day and actually getting a gift. And what is so amazing about the gifts that have come from Safripol is they're all recycled toys. So that teddy bear that had his little eye missing or whatever, they get washed and cleaned and the new eye gets put on, and there's a wonderful gift for a child.
The campaign is in its 4th year this year, and it continues to grow and put smiles on children's faces. It has grown from 102 participating locations in 2022 to 125 locations. The aim this year is to exceed last year's number of toys collected, being 50,000 toys. That's big.
When we started off on this initiative, we couldn't have guessed that it would be this well supported. Behind the scenes is obviously a perception that plastic is a bad substance, and how we rather prefer to think about plastic in the environment is bad. So part of that particular initiative is actually educating people that don't let your plastic end up in the environment. And this is a great example of actually just reusing an item that otherwise wouldn't be reused. If you come along to one of the events such as that we're having today, I mean, you too will think it's an absolutely fantastic initiative and want to participate in some way.
It is so beautiful and heartwarming to see the smiles on these little faces. How do you feel seeing the Share Smile, Share Gift Christmas party come together in this manner?
Oh, it's absolutely magnificent to see, especially considering all the work I know has gone into getting these gifts here. And, you know, as much as it's beautiful to see these children receive these toys, because a toy is more than just a toy, it educates, it makes a child feel seen, heard and considered. And it is a little bittersweet though, because we wish we could just do so much more for them.
The ones that want to get involved, what message do you have for them?
When their children receive new gifts this Christmas and they've got those that they have outgrown or they no longer need, is to go down to a toy kingdom or a participating location, which they can find on safripol.com, and go and donate their toys so that we can create more joy with them.
What an incredible day it has been. Seeing the joy and the smiles on the children's faces, absolutely priceless. You too can be a part of the initiative and change a child's life. Let's all make sure that every child's story is filled with nothing but the magic of love, peace, excitement and joy. Share a gift, share a smile and share a toy.
Share a gift, share a smile, and share a toy. That's what it's all about, and I love seeing all those beautiful smiles. I mean, that's what it's all about. Well done to the team there at Safripol. Thank you very much, Kutle. You're back with your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we still have a lot to come. It is time for a little bit of tension between myself and JP. Let's see how this goes down.
Many South African children have never been given a gift in their lives. Share a gift, share a smile by donating pre-loved toys at Toy Kingdom and participating locations. help us put a smile on a child's face.
Yep, you can cut the tension with a knife as we prepare for a game of binge it or bash it. Don't change the channel because it's time to, yes, binge or bash some of our December holiday favorites. It's officially upon us. It is that time of the year where we get into our classic family movies. So that's our theme today, gentlemen. We're going to see which films are going to stand up.
There's only tension because I'm going up against a movie buff. It's
I
not too much a
know.
competition,
I was about to say, they're like,
There's not a competition.
The fifth time I've heard the word tension. Do you really presume like our tastes will be that?
I'm scared of you, bro.
I
Have you
hope.
seen the size of you?
Look,
fear of you.
this is an interesting one because these films are, you know, they're special, okay? Even if they're terrible, they are still family movies that we watch every year at Christmas. So it comes with a bit of baggage, which I love, okay? But it's time to find out what kind of people you really are.
Yeah.
By whether you binge or bash these particular
Wasted
films.
all
I love
money
it.
on therapy.
I'm trying to create tension here. Hang on. All right, so let's dive into it. The first one, I've got mixed feelings about it. How do you feel about The Parent Trap? Are you binging it or are you bashing it?
I'm bashing it.
Okay, no, you don't have to explain. Your face says it all. Why are you bashing this lovely film?
I mean, like I say, I suppose because I'm like, wait, what age am I? What makes it so lovely for you? Is it the Christmas?
No, it doesn't. I would bash it as well. It's not one of my family favorites. I think I was out of time. There's certain films that you watched. She's really famous.
Yes.
She was really, really famous. And it's one person. This one, come on, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Binge it.
Binge every day?
Binge it.
I'll binge.
Oh, Robin Williams
probably one
deserves
of the
a binge.
best movies out there, man.
Yay.
I'll tell you a little bit of a piece of trivia. When he's put I think it's a pie, the cream of a pie that he's put in his face, it started melting by mistake. And the props department is panicking while they're shooting, but he actually just rolled with the punches and continued joking about his face melting off during that scene because he's a king.
And it became an absolute part of the film. I love that.
movie.
This one, I've just finished reading the book to my beautiful kids. The film, I quite like. How are
It's
you
a good
feeling?
film.
Binge.
It's a good
Binge
film.
it?
I'll binge it as well.
Yeah, I
Danny
absolutely
DeVito.
love it.
It's one of these things because of the people behind it, and it goes for the actress as well. That there's belief behind it. They weren't just sort of paid to be actors, but you can see they loved the story growing up on it, Roald Dahl, etc., etc. But there's also New Matilda, which is very good. You should.
No, we've seen it. We watch it often. All Matildas are actually fantastic. We'll binge it every day. The Princess Diaries. Come on, JP. It must be one of your
the
favorites.
diplomatic. Take that to the UN. I'll bash.
I've seen it once, maybe twice, but
So you've already binged it. It's okay, you've already binged
wait,
it.
wait. Twice, is that binging? I don't know.
Okay, so Ewan's already binged The Princess Diaries. But she rocks, she rules, she reigns, Ewan.
Yeah, look,
Okay.
I'm a big Anne Hathaway fan. I mean, she is brilliant.
That's why it's hard to say. That's why I'll give you the. I would bash it.
Okay, this one raises even more questions. Jumanji, but which Jumanji? Because I'll do the Robin Williams Jumanji
I was about
every
to say,
year.
like, do you mean which movie with The Rock in the jungle where he, like, for the
Is
18th
the
time?
superhero? Yeah.
There's a rock in the jungle. No way. Okay.
But look, that being said,
Actually.
I'll binge it, man. I've enjoyed these, and it's one of those that I can watch without judgment, and I'm there.
I just feel that if I binge this,
You're going to be judged by JP.
I can hate things with my chest here. Like, seriously, stop rebooting the stuff. Do something original. When Jumanji first came out, it felt like a discovery.
It really was. Yeah, it was the game.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's the next one.
Oh, The Devil Wears Prada.
So, because of Anne Hathaway, I think we agree that we binge this one.
I will
right?
binge this one.
Meryl
I will
Streep as
binge
well.
this one.
I'll binge it with you. It's one of those.
Fantastic.
Emily Blunt, yeah, we'll even do the sobbing, and we'll sit in our pajamas and swirl white wine.
Stanley Tucci for
Good
me
movie.
just takes it to a whole he takes it to a whole nother level. Absolutely love it.
Binge.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Legally Blonde. I never thought that I'd be one to binge it, but I do actually love this film.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, but I'm not going to binge it.
It sounds like you would binge.
I would binge it.
I would binge too.
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon, for me, she's like one of these rarities where, like, I'm very skeptical about hyper-optimism, but she actually does seem like a very cheerful
She's like a
person.
unicorn in Hollywood. I don't know. She just seems authentic and cool and, yeah.
So, yes. Binge.
Yeah, we are binging. Oh, binge.
Binge, for sure.
I'm the dude who hasn't seen it, so I'll be dragged along to the binge.
What?
Really?
Oh, we'll come and we'll watch it 3 times back to back together.
It's a brilliant movie. Definitely
You
binge
check.
it.
People are just laughing randomly, remembering parts
Okay,
of the
as
film.
far as top 5 of Will Ferrell, where would you put it in there, like really high? Will
Yes,
Ferrell? Okay.
yeah, I would. I would actually put it in the top 5. 13 going on 30. Again, we might be speaking to the wrong crowd.
And again remakes. Like you said Christmas movies, I thought you were going to say Die Hard.
But bashing it.
Yeah, I suppose bash too.
Sorry, young lady, we're going to bash it.
Because again, it's a remake thing.
Yeah, no, and it didn't land as amazingly as I thought. Pitch Perfect, this has a cult following.
I do enjoy Pitch Perfect. I'm going to binge it.
It's such a harsh word, binge or bash. It's extreme.
I know, but welcome to the hell of our life, man.
Anna Kendrick is a prize. And even when you see her in like dead serious roles as well, she's like as diverse as Anne Hathaway.
For sure.
She is such a class act. And so, yeah, Pitch Perfect.
I absolutely love that, man. And those were our films. Those were our holiday films. We didn't include Love Actually, which I would
There's no National Lampoons in there.
If you want to see Love Actually, it's out this week in cinemas, by the way. 20 years it turns.
You see, so there are opportunities. This is why we invite the movie buff on. Dude, you were filled with love and joy throughout that segment.
Sorry, I couldn't bring you the
Hey? No well, no sure, no
there
fun.
was a good amount.
Don't worry, he is going to be here to hopefully bring the tension when we review an amazing film, Nicolas Cage.
Dream Scenario.
Dream Scenario on the way. But if you're looking for something to dig your teeth, sink your teeth into the perfect festive season, then hook your family up with the fast home internet that you need and access to the best movies and the best series so you can binge or bash whatever you want. And when you enhance your plan with Vodacom, you can choose from a variety of internet deals, plus access the latest streaming platforms and pay for everything on one bill. And if you sign up for Prime Video, which I think is kind of like the streaming platform for grown-ups that are big kids at heart, 79 Rand per month, pretty good. Vodacom will cover the cost of the first 3 months for gratis, just for you. So get your binge on and visit voda.com/enhance.
Zanzi, enhance what you love. Add more of what you need to your contract. Choose from a range of enhanced options in-store or online. Further together, Vodacom.
All right, so we're going to take the quickest stop breaks. Yes, when we return, we are delving into the movies. Anything with Nicolas Cage in these days, I'm like, yeah, come on, it's going to be weird, it's going to be funny. We're going to get into a review of Dream Scenario, then we're going to whoop up a citrus and ginger mocktail because it is the season. Yep.
And then Devil Wears Prada, sisters.
You see. Oh, now we've got him in a binge frame of mind. We will see you for that after this.
Nowhere's more festive than the Expresso kitchen this season, as you get the chance to bake your way to 50,000 Rand with Golden Cloud and Beacon. With all entry details on the Expresso social pages, reply to the competition post with a picture and description of your festive season masterpiece for a chance to compete live in the Expresso kitchen for that grand prize of 50,000 Rand. Entries close December the 20th. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. 9 to 5 every morning. 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 9 to
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show Expresso right here on S3. It's been a wonderful Thursday so far. Lots more to come. Right now, we are turning that spotlight to the movies. JP Sebastian in the house. Nicolas Cage, my friend.
Which Nicolas Cage? A man of many faces, including John Travolta's.
This is true. This is very, very true. Dream scenario. Interesting scenario.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Do you like sort of head trip kind of thing?
For sure.
So this is the kind of story that you just described earlier anyway. It's that millions of people all around the world suddenly start dreaming about this
one guy.
same guy. It's actually such a strange... it raised a couple of questions for me because, you know, I did wonder, and it would be preposterous if this were the case anyway, but none of us, like, actually sit down and go, hey, Ewan, what was your dream last night? Describe it to me to a T. Like, what if we did a police identikit of the people you saw, and what if we were having the same dream? What if there is a oogity-boogity collective unconscious? What if we all are all dreaming in Nicolas Cage? Which it does feel like with the internet these days anyway.
This is true, yeah. But I mean, it is an interesting scenario. I always have to think about, okay, cool, so how does a concept like this develop?
First and foremost. So I'll let the people behind the thing itself talk about Dream Scenario, which is out tomorrow. And so here's Nicolas Cage with the rest of the team from the movie, doing a bit of featurette on what it all means. Side of my face.
Where's the sound?
This movie is about an average professor, and then overnight, bam, people around the world start dreaming about him. He's just sort of walking through these dreams and doing nothing. And that also is frustrating to him.
I wouldn't have dreamt of having Nicolas Cage. Once he was on board, the movie took on this meta layer of having an impossibly famous person playing an unremarkable everyman.
This is a brand new experience for me as an actor.
It's exciting to play off of an actor that I admire so much.
Brian, right?
Paul.
I had the life experience to play him authentically because what happened to so-called Nick Cage with the internet?
Why me? I don't know. I'm special, I guess.
And special he is, for sure.
Intrigued.
I am very much intrigued. I mean, it doesn't give away that much.
Sure, so then
which is good, but there was some crocodiles and a metal glove with knives on and all kinds of different interesting dreamy stuff.
Yes, obviously the Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, that
has
came
to do with
out
dreaming
there, yeah.
too. Which, this is maybe Nicolas Cage, like a lot of people haven't maybe seen him before. Obviously, like I said, I gave you an example of John Travolta. We've seen him in Face Off, and he's an action man and a lot of things. He's a... Actually, yeah, more these days he's becoming a bit of a weirdo, I suppose. He did like the Five Nights at Freddy's type movie.
Yeah.
Joe was very good. He did Pig recently. He did The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Pedro Pascal, which also was this movie investigating Nicolas Cage-ness, which in a way, as they allude to there, this is too, because this is a dude who has had the luxury of not knowing what a meme is this whole time, and then only found out like last year that, dude, you are the godfather of memeology on the internet. So similarly invades everyone's thoughts against his will. He doesn't know any of this is happening, but strangers will come up to him in this movie and be like, I know your face from somewhere. And gradually he becomes this sort of viral sensation of millions of people going, why are you in our dreams? And what's characteristic about the dreams is that he always ends up doing nothing, it feels. So he starts to get sort of a bit of a complex about this. He's like, you know, he's this guy who, as you can see, is this nebbish type professor who he really wants to write the book. He's dealing with a plagiarist who's like excelling leaps and bounds against him, a peer from his academic past. And all he wants to do is just write this book, but he becomes famous for being in other people's dreams and they're doing nothing rather than being, you know, a notable professor or anything like that, or a hero or something. There's this tension involved in, similarly with the internet, being popular for nothing. You can do a dumb dance and go viral and everyone wants to see you, and then like a month from now, no one will remember your name. So it deals with that kind of stuff. And that's the gist of the movie. But now I'm going to get into the good and the bad of it. And unfortunately for me, like, this did end up being a disappointment in that there's so many great examples of we've seen stuff like Wake in Life. If you haven't, you should. Richard Linklater. Previously with Nicolas Cage, Adaptation, which again is this sort of like trippy reality versus perception type thing. We've seen Synecdoche in New York, and Anomalisa, and I'm just naming the Charlie Kaufman kind of movies here. But there've been so many movies, including whether Inception, if you like that too. I'd highly recommend Paprika as well, which you go look for, that deal with, well, what are we as projections of ourselves into reality and society as we want society to see us, and how does that arise in our subconscious that we become these people that we don't want people to know about, etc., etc. I'm getting too deep into something here, which I just want to say, as a comedy, it was hilarious for maybe the first 20%, but then it sort of like takes this U-turn into, rather than having a backbone of exploring these gigantic themes and having the bravery to go, okay, well, let's stand up in this gamut, this library of other movies that deal with like head trippiness, like I've just mentioned now. It sort of skimps out and does more skit situations where it does a boring scene of him meeting with a publisher in a very sort of unenlightening, unfunny way compared to the first 30%. It sort of tapers off in a way that was unremarkable to me. So Masterpiece, it is not Nicolas Cage. But you can see a scene for yourself and make up your own mind. And it's out tomorrow too. You can see Dream Scenario, but here's another look.
Who's certain they've actually had a dream about me? Okay, let's explore this. This might get us somewhere interesting. Does anyone want to share the content of their dream? Yes, you?
Well, I'm in this forest, wandering around, eating these strange mushrooms, and I'm in like a full tuxedo for some reason. And there's other people also dressed up, but they're all scared, like frozen in fear. And then I realize it's because of this really tall man running towards me.
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Paul, he'll kill us. Paul.
I've never seen these. Beautiful.
And that's all I remember.
Ah, interesting. So I'm looking at the mushrooms instead of helping.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
Okay. Let's hear another one. Anyone?
I love it. You said he pitches up and does nothing, and he really does nothing.
He starts to get a bit self-conscious because, like, now the whole world knows him, but then they start probing his life to find, wait, is it hollow at the core?
Yeah.
Do you just have all these bourgeois anxieties, which, again, we've seen 1,000 movies like this in terms of bourgeois anxieties and dealing with, oh, you know, the being tempted to cheat or whatever now that you're popular and whatever. But it doesn't necessarily go as deep as very even recent movies that we've seen that deal with.
But I mean, if it's just, you know, if it's just happens so much and there's so many people dreaming about this and it's intense dreams like we saw this and he's not doing anything, I'd be asking, okay, but dude, but what is wrong with you? Why aren't you helping in our dreams? What's the whole...
And then I think that you're going to feel a bit cheated that it doesn't go into, wait, why does no one act naturally? It's treated more like a viral post than a person dealing with a very huge metaphysical issue. But you probably want a score.
I want a score, yes.
For JP, it's a 6 out of 10, which, yeah, to me is a darn shame, given that we've had such great offerings by way of the Charlie Kaufman and even for the Nolan fans out there. Like I said, rather go watch Paprika as well. But Dream Scenario is thought-provoking, and it is funny for at least the first 30% of it.
Okay, 100%. And if you're a Nicolas Cage fan, then yes, go watch it. Out tomorrow,
He's great in it, yes. Yeah. Plays normal in a totally weird way.
Totally weird way, Nicolas Cage. We love it. Thank you very much, JP. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely love it. So if you are wanting to get outdoors and embrace summer, I think this is going to be your December to impress, because we're about to show you another knockout mocktail that will have your guests coming back for more. In fact, you'll be going back for more. We're making a citrus and ginger mocktail using the Rose's Lime Cordial, the OG, and their beautiful ginger infusion mixer. This drink has the most refreshing balance of zing and zest. You're going to love it. And Gabby is here to help us make it. This screams summer. This screams an elevated mocktail because we've got one of those things. Okay?
I know, fancy, hey?
Yeah, no, when we've got the shaker, you know we are rolling. We've got some zest. We've got a beautiful flavor combination. Yes, when we say that zing and that zest, the two work perfectly. So where do we begin, Gabby Gabs?
So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our base of our mocktail. So obviously, as you mentioned, we've got our Rose's Cordial, which is there. So if you want to open that up for me.
Cool, and we're going with our lime-flavoured cordial, which on a hot summer's day, just with lots of ice, is exquisite. So we are going with 1/3 of a cup, yeah?
Yes, please, thank you. So you can actually just... Oh, wait, first, don't do that. Don't
Okay,
throw it
I'm not going to do anything. I won't.
I was like, wait. So what we're going to do is I've kept half the cucumber aside, which we're going to use as garnish.
Oh, nice.
And what I'm doing with this other half of the cucumber is just peeling off the skin. And then what I want to do is I want to muddle it, just to kind of break it down a little bit.
Just to work out your frustrations. That's good. If any of the guests are getting on your nerves, a good muddle will just get it out of your system. Just muddle it. What's wrong, baby? Nothing.
No.
Just making us a mocktail, okay? But I love the introduction of the cucumber is fresh. Actually, cucumber removes impurities from water, believe it or not. So it's a great additive if you wanted to just make an infusion in that sense. But it's fresh, and it's going to balance this out beautifully.
And then also what you also could do if you want to, if you had at home, was a grater.
Okay.
You could also grate this in as well, just to make your life a bit easier.
Really extract that juice, yeah.
Yes. And the other thing would be, if you want to just help me with there, is the zest for the of the orange. So pop this in here.
All right, so I'm going to try my best to just get it in.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't need to be worried about how you chop it. It's just like I'm just doing a rough chop.
Because, we're going to smoosh it all up.
Yeah,
anyway,
and then you're going to shake
muddle,
it, and you want to then, it's basically just more the like infusion more than anything
this
else.
smells amazing.
Oh, I love some zest.
I would actually do a bit of this right at the end.
Oh, yeah,
Just
also
to
on
kind
top.
of add a bit of that,
yeah.
kind of, because it's quite heady. It goes straight to your senses.
No, absolutely.
You reckon that's...
Yeah,
about enough?
that's sufficient. Thank you.
That's sufficient.
No,
that'll do.
That'll do. Kindest regards. Me. It's like those emails. Noted. So I think I'm actually going to keep some, like you said, for afterwards, because
I think
nice.
it'll add even more. But we do have, Nicole absolutely nailed our zest.
I mean...
I don't know how that's... I think it's like drawing a circle. If you can create this, you must be a little bit crazy. Here we go. Now we introduce the magic ingredients.
And I'm obviously going to add some ice. We're going to do a bit of a shake. Sorry, let me be fancy and use the tongs. I'm flipping my hand in there.
Get stuck in, girl. It's summer. We can cool down. It's all right. And I like the fact that we're cooling the mixture down in the shaking process here.
So, I mean, it's up to you how much ice you want to use. I just, usually when it comes to these kind of drinks, you want to add a little bit more. So, yeah, that is good to go. And we're going to give it a good shake.
All right, just
carefully.
Yeah, just very careful because this is TV and we know what's going to happen. And look, if you've got the flair, you can flip it. You can do all sorts of things to impress your guests.
Yeah, I shan't.
Yeah, no, we won't for the sake of TV. But I like the fact that this is kind of an experience as much as it's a drink.
Yes,
so if you're hosting people in summer, this provides a little bit of kind of food theatre, if you will.
Oh, absolutely.
Something that's just going to make the guests feel a little bit extra special, which is beautiful.
So, yeah, I'm going to top it up with a bit more ice for an hour.
Oh, you can smell the freshness. It kind of hits you like a wave of summer in the face.
That does
Look
smell very
at
nice.
that.
And then you're going to top it off now?
And we've got our ginger infusion, ginger ale flavoured drink. And they've got some amazing mixes. They've made the mocktail journey so much simpler. And yes, this could also be a cocktail.
Absolutely. It is December after all.
It is,
There's no judgmental zone
We're
here.
almost on holiday. We're almost on holiday. And then I suppose it's just down to the beautifying, how you like it. Yeah.
So I'm going to do a little bit of that zest that you did, just for some bit of vibes. And I've just realised that in between my shaking, I haven't actually done the cucumber ribbons.
Ah, you see.
But I'm going to do that now.
All is not lost, my friend. You've made a beautiful little zesty ribbon.
I'm sorry, I can't do as good as Nicole there.
And then the ribbon, and you kind
simple.
of drink with the eyes when it comes to this space, so make it dramatic, make it look beautiful, personalize it if you want.
Yes,
but I love the fact that if you're doing something earlier in the day and you still want to kind of raise the temperature, so to speak, and make people feel like it's an event and occasion, a mocktail like this is so special.
Oh, absolutely.
It really is. And then as we move to the later hours of the day, we can shift gears and that mocktail can become a cocktail. But that looks beautiful. Well done, Gabs. You're an absolute superstar.
Thanks for the beautiful zest.
I know.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to have just a young little... Wow.
Refreshment.
Wow. Oh, that is lovely. That is the most refreshing mocktail I think we've ever made on the show. Absolutely beautiful. Love the fact that Rose is allowing us to really push the boat out. They've got such an amazing variety of cordials, pre-mixed cans, the mixes. They've done all the hard work already. There are plenty of choices for us to experiment with flavors to find out our perfect mix for the summer. And everyone can have their own choice. I love that. To get your hands on this refreshing citrus and ginger mocktail recipe, and for a whole lot more inspiration going into summer, you can go to rosescordial.co.za and just follow their Instagram page. They've got some great content. And to help you take your hosting game to the next level, level. Of course, we've added our own little bit of spice. We are giving you the chance to win a Roses hamper that includes a cocktail mixer kit, a variety of their cordials and their mixers, and a branded tote bag, because one must have a branded tote bag in summer. To enter, we want you to tell us what your favorite drink is that you use Roses cordial in. Share your answer on our Expresso, our Facebook, our X, or our Instagram pages, and you can use that all-important hashtag, The Perfect Mix. But you can find all the T's and C's on our website, expressoshow.com. There's only one thing. I don't even have one for you. Okay, I'm going to hand you one there. That's going to be nice and...
Thanks. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I like zoned off there.
No, you don't get a prize.
Like,
unfortunately, we don't get a prize.
I completely zoned out. That was a refreshing mocktail. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, I'm going to buy you a tote bag for Christmas. Secret Santa. Cheers to you. This is absolutely amazing.
Cape Town, those drinks are looking so delicious. I've told you before that I am not one with the kitchen, so when we go home for Christmas, I'm going to be making those drinks and impress everybody. But speaking of impressive, listen, as Expresso, we have reached a milestone, baby, and this is why we have got Sia from YouTube Africa, who is here to award us with the silver plaque that we have been waiting for reaching the mark of 100,000 subscribers, and ever incredible dancer Chad Jones is also in the building. That is going to be coming up, and then we also get to know platinum selling artist, yes, Mthandazo Gaja. But this is why you need to make sure you do not go anywhere, Expresso family, because we're going to take a short break and we'll be back on the other side of this.
Do it like this. Do it like get it, move it, own it. Do it like this.
Bespoke.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. It is 2 minutes ahead of 7 o'clock. Let's take another look at your news headlines. Starting off with your national news this morning, President Cyril Ramaphosa will appeal the Pretoria High Court ruling which set aside his recognition of King Misuzulu of the Zulu monarchy. The High Court found that Ramaphosa hadn't followed due processes in accordance with customary law and traditions. The ruling further stated that the presidency firstly had to appoint an investigative committee to probe this. Now, presidency spokesperson Vincent Magwenya said that while Ramaphosa appealed the judgment, King Misuzulu would remain the identified heir to the throne. And dawn swoop by police net 14 suspects in Stellenbosch involving 40 million rand. More arrests involving 24 million rand fraud and theft at Pretoria State Theatre. 14 suspects were arrested early yesterday morning by police in Stellenbosch on charges of fraud, theft and money laundering involving some 40 million rand. Now, police spokesperson Joseph Swartboy said the 2 women and 12 men are suspected to be part of an asset financing syndicate. Meanwhile, the Hawks have arrested 4 more suspects for fraud, theft and money laundering of some 24 million rand at the SA State Theatre in Pretoria. 2 employees allegedly use letterheads of existing companies to create fake invoices and change bank details to those of their family members. Over to international news headlines. US President Joe Biden says Israel's losing support over its indiscriminate bombing of Gaza. His comments made to donors at a fundraising event on Tuesday for his 2024 re-election campaign marked his strongest criticism yet of Israel's leadership. Now, Biden has offered unwavering public support to the country since Hamas launched its attacks on Israel on 7 October. But on Tuesday, he didn't mince his words, saying, and I quote, "Israel's starting to lose global support by its indiscriminate bombing of Gaza." And a new report accuses Russia of laundering some $2.5 billion from what it calls African blood gold since the start of the war in Ukraine. The blood gold report accuses mercenaries of the Wagner Group of generating more than $100 million a month in revenue for the Kremlin through the illegal gold trade in the Central African Republic, Sudan and Mali. The report was compiled by a research team led by African-European relations expert Jessica Berlin. It also states that the military junta in Mali pays the Russian Wagner mercenaries in cash. And we'll end up with this story. Closer to home, President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced the establishment of an initial 1 billion rand presidential PhD initiative. He did so at the inaugural Presidential Science, Technology and Innovation Plenary at the CSIR in Pretoria. He said for science, technology and innovation to effectively serve South Africa's economy and society, it was critical that both the public and private sector aggressively and strategically invest in education and skills development. Now, the first phase will expose South Africa's brightest young minds to cutting-edge thinking and research by negotiating opportunities at world-leading universities and research centres. The President implored the private sector and international partners to assist in growing the investment for the Presidential PhD Initiative Fund to 5 billion rand by 2030. That is your news headlines for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll have another round for you at 8 o'clock. Right now, here's another look at your sports.
Oh, Eddie, it is true and it's official. Japan have announced that Eddie Jones is their new head coach as of yesterday. So following his departure, of course, from the Wallabies after a very disappointing Rugby World Cup, Jones, who previously led Japan from 2012 to 2015, is renowned for their historic win against the Springboks, of course, a major turning point for our team. Well, despite denying links to the role, speculation heightened after reports of his interview during the Wallabies' dismal World Cup campaign. Jones will officially take over the reins on January the 1st. Now let's look at a different Australian connection now in cricket, and Travis Head has reclaimed his role as vice-captain for the Australian Test squad. Captain Pat Cummins has revealed his team for the Perth clash against Pakistan, making just one change from the last Test in July. So veteran spinner Nathan Lyons, he is nearing his 500 wickets milestone, and he returns, displacing Todd Murphy. And amid questions about his form, David Warner is set to open the batting in what has now been anticipated to be his final Test series. And of course, plenty of footballing action on offer last night. Who's in, who's out? Paris Saint-Germain, they have secured their spot in the Champions League knockout stages, drawing 1-1 against Borussia Dortmund in their final Group F match. So the hosts, Karim Adeyemi, he broke the deadlock in the 51st minute. PSG responded with Warren Zaire-Emery's equaliser just 5 minutes later. So that means Dortmund top the group with 11 points. PSG second with 8, while AC Milan, they sneak through in third with the same points. And that means they're heading to the Europa League after their 2-1 victory over Newcastle United last night. And then finally, another footballing story that seems to have brought an end to the drama in Turkey. Their football action will be returning officially on December the 19th, following a temporary halt triggered by a shock attack on a referee, Halil Umut Meler. So the suspension came after MKA Ankaragoku, the president thereof, Faruk Koka, actually punched the referee post-match on Monday. Turkish Football Federation's Mehmet Buyakeksi, he pledged penalties for the incident, but at least play is resuming. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's take a look at the weather.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's take another look at your weather. First and foremost, some weather news, water news, if you will, this time around. Gauteng's three metros, Johannesburg, Tshwane and Ekurhuleni, are reported to be exceeding their water consumption targets. And this is Rand Water spokesperson Makanosi Maru says they have increased their supply to over 5,200 megalitres per day. Maru says if consumption isn't reduced, they will be forced to impose water restrictions. He adds that although they had requested consumers during the past year to reduce water consumption, they didn't really respond. He says if there is no positive progress, they will have to take control and manage the amount of water that flows into the system. That's your weather news, or water news, if you will. Right now, time to take a look at our sunrise view of the hour. This one was sent in by Emil Jones. Good morning, Emil, all the way from Reclus in Johannesburg. And look at that perfectly timed photo. We do live in a beautiful, beautiful South Africa. Thank you very much, Emil, for taking the time. Have yourself a stunning, stunning day. I love that picture, putting a smile on our faces for sure. And if you can, please continue sharing your morning views with us. You can do so on a WhatsApp line, that number 0634088863. Now let's get you prepped for the day ahead. Here's your temperatures.
Looking forward to this bumper weekend of sport as much as I am. Why not take the sporting game to another level? And if you are a lover of the game, your game, you can use that sports knowledge to predict match day results and then go on to claim your share in today's sports stake jackpots. And they're big. Your chances of winning massive, could be a reality off the pitch as well. So you can play your favorite sports stake game on the nationallottery.co.za website. Make sure you do it now and stand a chance to earn the bragging rights to be Inja Ya Game. If you love it, go and prove how much you know about it and hopefully win big.
And listen, this is one of the most beautiful things about the morning, is that we don't just get to start off by getting to know what is happening around the world. No, we also get to know what is happening with us as an Expresso family, and I'm talking about you included, yeah? And this is why right now, I am so excited to let you know that as your Expresso family, we have reached the huge milestone of 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that is thanks to you. But then, since that milestone, we've also gone on to reach 200,000. And this is why this morning, we are joined by one of the people who continues to push YouTube forward on the African continent. Yes, I am talking about Sia Matekane from YouTube Africa, as well as a dynamic dancer, and I call him the Minister of Dance, actually. It is Jack Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, gents. Woo!
Thanks for having us.
How are you guys?
Thanks for yourself.
Good, thank you. Sia, I want to start with you because we are award winners here on Expresso. Sia, tell us about this. You know, of course, we see people who get the silver plaques, 100,000 subscribers, but what does it actually mean? And especially when we talk about it from the landscape of, you know, African content creators, rather, going on to do big things in the world.
Look, thanks, first of all, for having us here. It's really a great moment for Expresso.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
It really means that you've actually met the criteria of course, this award is given at our discretion as YouTube. Yeah, you should have reached 100,000 subscribers, which you have done.
Yes.
But also, we've got things like you've met sort of our community guidelines. You've stuck to them over the last 365 days.
Yeah.
But also, you've also posted original content continuously for a period of 6 months, which is quite a very big thing, I would say. And yeah, so that's just some of the criteria that you have to meet in order for you to get this award. And yeah, it deservedly so.
I love that. You said we're not YouTube criminals. This is great. We do the right thing. Amazing. But Chad, I want to come to you because you're currently on the way to 100,000 subscribers. I mean, Chad is no stranger to 100,000. He has like millions of followers on so many platforms. However, you are somebody who is about to hit this mark. You know, what does it mean for you as a content creator, and what do you think it really means for content creators all over Africa who do get this plaque?
Well, I think it's like Sia said, it's a milestone, and it is something to work towards. It is something that pushes and motivates creators because, you know, we all grew up watching YouTube. Yes. We all grew up watching like it was mostly like American channels.
Yeah.
And now we can actually see our young African creators striving towards this, and we can get one of these. So yeah, I think it's just inspiring for us, like especially for me. Like I'm pushing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're almost there, and you're on the right platform when I tell our Expresso family to follow you and subscribe and everything.
100%.
But I want to come back to you because, of course, we know that YouTube on the African continent is growing.
Yeah.
But, of course, that's also because YouTube is putting really great programs in place. Yeah. So speak to us about some of the programs that you guys have that, you know, you are kind of putting those content creators in the forefront for the whole entire world to see.
Oh, there are so many. Chad will attest to that. We just come out of YouTube Creator Week, which took place in Kramerville, where we invited some of the leading creators that have been really putting out some work out there this year, where we give them workshops and an opportunity to network. But really, the one that I would also want to mention, which has actually come to an end, which is the Black Voices Fund, which is a $100 million investment that we've made, announced to 2020. Really just about creating networking workshop sessions, graduation ceremonies, which we had in Kenya earlier this year, where we got all the top Black creators from around the world into a space in Kenya and got them to interact, showcase how they shoot, learn from each other, learn from us, bring in experts in this field, really, and it gave them the opportunity to really amplify the Black voices that we so much need to see more of in the YouTube space. But also finally maybe something to mention now that we've got the Voices of Africa campaign that's running, where we've partnered with 9 YouTube creators from across the continent.
Come on.
3 in South Africa, you know, Reggie Mutlavi, Sitati, as well as Mugelings, to tell their heritage stories as we go into this period where we know people are going back to their hometowns, going back to their grandmothers, sitting with their families, visiting old friends, and we're like, okay, please tell us what it is, and then tell your audience. And then from our side, we'll then give us over our platforms, the Google Africa page, to showcase those stories and tell them. And really it's just about amplifying and making sure that the creative economy grows going forward.
I love that. Sia, listen, I absolutely am such a huge fan of what you guys are doing, and it is so great for all of us to partner in doing this, from Expresso to YouTube to Chad and everybody else in between. But this is why I need us to please do the handing over ceremony. And Chad, you being here, you need to accept it on our behalf, please, because I'm the confetti girl today. I hope it works. Okay, here we go. Here we go. In 3, 2, congratulations, Expresso! No! It almost didn't work, but it did! Yay! 100,000 subscribers. And of course, Expresso family, we told you that this is all because of you. You subscribed, you liked, you shared, you did all of those things. And also, Chad, they must subscribe to your channel, Moss.
Okay.
Just Chad Jones.
Well, it's the Jones family.
The Jones family.
Family channel.
I love that. Amazing. One last thing, Sia, from you. I just want to ask to anybody who's aspiring to just get this for themselves as well, what would you say to them?
Yeah, keep sharing content, shooting, working. I was chatting to Chad earlier, and he was saying that the amount of work he puts in, he had to actually leave his day job and become part of this creator economy. That's so exciting. So it's a great opportunity for youth. We all know the challenges our country has around sort of unemployment. It's a great opportunity to pick up a camera, keep shooting, telling your stories. And really, there's no limits to what you can achieve with YouTube.
I love that. Well, Chad, I've already subscribed, so I will be there for your handing over, okay? Thank you.
100%.
Expresso
Thank
family,
you.
once again, thank you so much for this. Like we said, we already reached the 200K mark. Next is a millions. Yeah, we're waiting for our plaque. Thank you very much.
Cool.
For now, though, I do want to tell you that please make sure that you stick around because we are going to be getting into it with the platinum-selling artist, Mtanda Zogaja. And then, you know, we like to cook on this delicious show. So we're going to be getting into a very nice recipe. It is maple stuffed roast chicken. And trust me, you want to stick around for that. I know Chad's excited, so am I. Do not go anywhere. We're going to be back after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You know what? I haven't even been in the kitchen for like 30 seconds already. Chef Clem made me work. That is just how he is. But it's amazing because the recipe we are doing is going to blow you away. Now, over the course of the past week, we've unpacked free-range chicken and the context or the extent to which Woolworths goes to ensure they bring us the best quality chicken. They only use selected local suppliers who are as committed as them to quality, innovation and sustainability. And Chef Clem is here this morning to dish up a delicious roast chicken free from routine antibiotics and growth stimulants. Chef Clem, good morning, my friend.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm hard at work for you.
You
already.
are. Those are some gorgeous looking mushrooms.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed.
I went specifically with these to impress you.
Did you go forage them?
I did. I did not
The
forage
extra
them.
mile just came right back.
Yeah.
Chicken. Like we use it so often in South Africa, and I feel like we've become so complacent. We just see it as a common ingredient. It's just chicken.
Yeah.
And then you go and spend time on a farm and understand chicken is not just
so
chicken.
this is the thing. You've been to the Elgin free-range farm that supplies woodies. What did you take away? Because I've also been to one of the farms where they supply specifically eggs for woolies.
It is what I didn't expect to see was friendly chickens that were excited to see people, and then the people, everyone working on that farm, so passionate about chickens and about their well-being, and the fact that they put the chickens' well-being first. That was like such an eye-opener. Also, the attention to detail with everything that they do with the chickens. My mind was blown. It was amazing.
No, they really do go through great lengths, and you can really understand when we talk about free range, you know, what does it mean when you are there on the farm? Because it's literally that. I mean, it's a beautiful space. They're roaming around. Eggs are collected by hand. You know, it's quite the job as well. But
and you say free range, like in a true sense. I mean, they have to be kept in like what is the actual world? They have to be kept in an enclosing because of the natural predators.
Chicken coop.
Like a chicken coop, right?
Yeah.
But the doors are open, so
Yeah.
they can leave the coop whenever they want. They can go do their thing. They can go and meet their friend Johan in the next coop if they want. Whatever they
Their
do.
friend Johan.
The friend Johan.
Johan.
I mean, and besides the actual chicken coop roofing, they can literally come and go as they please.
Yeah.
And again, the roofing is just for the natural predators. While we were actually there, some baboons came down from the mountain, and then we understood what was happening. But literally, they can just come and go as they please, and that's all the difference between like a free-range chicken and a non-free-range chicken.
I gotta ask you, how do you spot a good quality chicken? If you like go to the shops, right, instead of looking at the label, how do you look at the chicken to know that it's a good quality chicken?
So what I love about Woolies, when you talk about this, and when you see the adverts about our chicken, we talk about it, but it actually makes a huge difference. They say there's nothing but chicken and just the chicken that we know you want. All the excess fat has been trimmed. All the bits that you don't need has been trimmed from the chicken. So what you're paying for is just the chicken, which I love, absolutely. The cleaning of those trimmings makes a huge difference. Number one for me is when I actually dry out the chicken after spending time on the farm. Look, I'm supposed to be cooking, but I'm talking.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
You're gonna keep on stirring those mushrooms?
I am crisping them, that's what's happening.
While you're busy with your mushrooms, I'm gonna add some sourdough breadcrumbs. How's that? There we go.
Thank you. This is something,
Just how much the skin crisps up before it even goes into the oven by putting it into the fridge to dry out. It actually tells you the quality of the diet that the bird has had.
True.
And it's phenomenal. We actually did a taste test between an Algren free-range chicken and a gewone hoender. Wow. Wow, it was mind-blowing, and it was cooked exactly the same way to ensure that we can get a proper comparison between the two. And it was really insane to taste the difference between Woolies free-range chicken and like a Woolies free-range chicken, and a commercial free-range chicken, and then a non-free-range chicken.
Yeah.
My mind was blown.
All right, my friend. Well, there we have it. It definitely is in your best interest to look at a good quality chicken, because I mean, taste is a big factor here.
Absolutely.
As well. Okay. So you've got some butter in here now, some sourdough crumbs.
Now we're gonna rush. Some time, because we've been talking the whole time. Time goes in. I put in salt already. The butter went in. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to create a stuffing.
I was about to ask, what am I doing?
Right.
Other than just mixing this around. This is the stuffing.
That's the stuffing. So onion marmalade joins your pan. This is what it looks like when it's done.
Ooh,
now
lovely.
we've got our
Do I
chicken.
have to put that in there?
Excuse me?
Do I have to put that in there?
No, you have to put it somewhere else.
Oh.
Oh, no, yes, the onion marmalade joins your pan. Yes, so now you take off your wedding ring. This is the one time my wife's right there. She's watching me. She's like, why are you taking off your wedding ring? Okay, take off your wedding ring because you don't want to lose your wedding ring up a chicken.
No,
I've been there. I've done that.
Really?
And it's no surprise for Christmas. No one's going to get a prize when they bite into your wedding ring. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
so what you're going to do
think
is...
about the wrong idea there.
No.
Should I really put this in there?
Why not? Go for it, yeah.
I'm asking, I don't know.
It does belong in the recipe, but I've got some that's made for you. So you can do it if you want to.
Oh, no, I want to do it.
Cool, okay.
I just feel it needs it.
Here we go. Chicken.
Yes.
What I do is, like I said, I take it out of its packaging and let it dry a little bit in the fridge just to get that skin extra crispy.
Yeah.
Then hit it with salt on the inside. Why do people forget to season the inside?
That is a good question.
No.
Do you forget to salt your chicken on the inside? Let us know.
It's like life. Don't be glamorizing the outside when actually what matters. Then you sit down for...
Buddy, I will
What
eat this out of a bowl.
matters?
No, don't. Let's
the inside. Okay, here we go. Salt, very, very important. Season the inside of the chicken. Then you got that beautiful stuffing that Ewan's made for us. And
this is literally something I will eat just like this. Seriously.
You could. So clean hands, very important. I prefer using hands for this part. We're gonna get some of that stuffing and overstuff it. I say overstuff a chicken is fine. It's okay. Get a lot of it in there. If you're worried about some of it coming up, get some string to truss the legs together.
Yeah.
That way it just keeps all the stuffing in there. Just a little bit of protection. Some carrots gonna go down.
All
That's
right.
just to separate the chicken
from
the actual base of the dish. Then, there we go, a little bit of carrots. It's a maple and butter glazed roast chicken. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna heat up some butter, heat up some maple. What I'm gonna do now, because I don't wanna heat up another pan, but do at home, melt your butter and your maple together.
Okay.
I'm gonna cheat right now. So what we do is I'm just gonna stuck some, like between the skin and the actual flesh, knobs of butter, and you can do that too.
So that's going to really get that moisture going and also help the skin to crisp up a little bit. No?
Absolutely, yeah, there we go. Squish it in there, get it all in there. So now, you can baste it with extra melted butter and maple. I'm somewhere just going to throw some extra maple underneath the skin as well. Why not?
Because you can.
Because it's the festive
Because it'll be amazing.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. The last thing you want to do is, I'm going to ask you to do this.
Yes.
Quite a bit of salt, get it on the outside of the skin. You want to get that skin like seasoned as well. inside and outside, you're looking good. You're feeling great. You don't have to go to the oven with this right now. You can put it back into the fridge if you need to. You can pre-stuff your chicken, but no, I wouldn't say a day ahead in time, just like maybe like an hour or two.
Is that good?
That's good. I would put that back into the fridge just until the salt and the fridge do their magic and draw out excess moisture from that skin. Get it into the oven. Don't roast one, roast two.
Okay, so if you're going to go big, go big.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're going to have it on the day. The flavors are going to be so insane, so delicious. The next day, keep it for lunch as you have leftover roast chicken.
For sure.
It is so good. The sauces that come out and mix with those carrots, the maple, the butter, the herbs, the thyme, the mushroom, everything gets into those carrots. The carrots become amazing. The chicken is just phenomenal.
Oh, there's passion here in the kitchen, that's for sure.
You don't cut it, you pull it. It's so tender. You just pull everything apart.
But I love the fact that because, I mean, it's always that thing, you know, I think a lot of people are asking, how do we get that crispy skin of the chicken?
That's,
because we don't want that sog, because it can, you know, but with the addition of the salt and the butter in there, that's how it crisps up nicely.
And your fridge is the biggest helper when it comes to getting that crispy skin. Let it sit in the fridge uncovered for even an hour makes a difference. That skin ends up being like glass. It's so delicious, so amazing.
So when you put it into the oven, you don't cover it with anything?
Nope. Not at all.
Just like that?
Start off at a low temperature to start cooking the meat and to get all that butter to start rendering into the meat.
Low temperature as in?
There we go, 160. And then I say for the last 15 minutes, crank it up to 200 just to get that, that crunchy, crispy, glassy skin on the chicken.
Okay, so how long in total? What's the perfect amount of time?
So, honestly, 45 minutes is the shortest amount of time it's going to take, depending on the size of the chicken.
Yeah.
I'd say it's going to go for about an hour.
So bank on an hour around
But it's not an aggressive cook. You're doing 160, so you're letting the meat relax as it cooks. So it's going to be a very juicy chicken. Rather go a little bit longer than going faster, and you're ending up with a bird that's not as tender.
That's the thing, because I know that if you're going to, you know, crank up the heat from the get-go, I mean, you're going to get that burnt on the outside, but it's not going to be
you don't want that,
cooked all the way through. So there we have it. Clem, thank you very much, my friend. This is definitely worth a chicken on a festive table.
Absolutely, yes.
So make sure that you get your hands on this recipe. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It is on our website, expressoshow.com. But I mean, you can also choose these free-range chickens at Woolies. They are in-store, online, or on the app as well. And hey, come on, feast. Feast this festive season. That is what it's all about. Togetherness, a family. That's it. Lekker recipes coming out here from Chef Clem. Ooh, this is good,
Things are looking so delicious in the kitchen. Oh, things are looking so delicious in the kitchen, and oh my goodness, it is one of those beautiful mornings where we have so many different things going on, and one of them is, in fact, that we are in the presence of greatness, honey. I'm talking about the fact that we have got none other than platinum-selling artist Mthandazo Katya in the building, and he is someone who has made best friends with John Legend when he was discovered by him with the Nervous TikTok Challenge, and this is why I say, welcome, Mthandazo Katya, everybody!
Thank you.
Mthandazo, eh? Yeah. And your name means prayer, and your prayers were answered in so many different ways, hey?
The whole time, God answers.
Yes, and listen, I know as well that you're someone, when it comes to your career, you had quit everything to follow music. And it took you 10 years before you then were out there and everybody knew exactly who you were. Speak to us about that 10-year period. What was going on in your mind, and, you know, how did it help you grow as an artist?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it helped me also to, you know, build, you know, a solid character as well. But more than anything, just understand the ins and the outs of the industry. I remember I thought every year would be my year in the 10 years that I've been trying, you know. Because after that whole Gem Ellie thing, you know, seeing yourself on TV for the first time, you're like, now I've made it. You know, now my breakthrough is nearby. And then a year passes by, and nothing happens. But because, you know, this is all you know, this is all you love, you know, you just keep persisting. So, yeah, it's just been a journey. I enjoyed every bit of it. You know, obviously it was challenging. You know, having, you know, had to do it all by myself without the support from family. And
really? Why were they like, go get a real job, Mthandazo?
Yeah. So I feel like my story is not special in any way or form. I mean, most artists relate to that. Some situations have been worse than mine. Some have had to sleep in the trains. You know, some have had to sleep under the bridges, trying to, you know, pursue a career in the music. So, yeah. They thought I was lazy,
Oh,
They
wow.
thought, I was crazy. You know, you're just this little kid with a big dream. You know, they bound to think who die. No, this one.
This one is not. But this is the thing. There is a method to the madness. And I honestly think that artists are some of the most hardworking people because you guys don't just make the music, you also have to go perform it and all these different things.
Yeah.
But after those 10 years, your hard work paid off. And you were seen by one of the biggest artists in the world, your best friend, John Legend.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when that happened? Because, I mean, it's not every single day that people are discovered by artists who have been in the game and have been running the game internationally.
Yo, man, I still can't believe it, even to this day. But more than anything, I feel like it's answers to all the prayers of all these years.
Yeah.
Because I had said it on some of my songs, even before I met John Legend, that I'm an international superstar. That I'm,
That's right.
You know, so it's just the power of manifestation. So to see it, you know, all come to life, it was just proof that God really answers. It's just a matter of you being patient with Him.
Come on. And I love how you've been patient with your story. I think that it was always one of those things where, like they say, a diamond, it takes time. And now we have a diamond right in front of us, shining bright like your pants actually. Thank you very much. However, I also know as well that, of course, it was the TikTok challenge, the nervous one, that got John Legend to see exactly who you are.
Yeah.
What did you think when you were doing that nervous challenge? Were you just like, I'm just having a bit of fun?
Yeah. So I remember I saw it around 5 a.m., past 5.
Yeah.
You know, so on that day I'd released new music and I just browsing through the internet and I was like, let me just take a quick step, you know, on TikTok. Logged on TikTok. The first thing that popped up was that beautiful song by John Legend, and it was an open verse challenge.
Yes.
Took a screenshot, sent my manager. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna jump onto this.
Yes.
I feel like something big can happen. You know, that was me just saying, I feel like something big can happen.
Yeah.
And because I'm more about the feeling, you know, I don't like planning my music too much. In that very same morning, I called my guy. I'm like, dude, I need to come to the studio. There's something I need to cough out. And because he also understands my composing process, he was like, pull through, you know. And in that very same morning, I went to studio, recorded. In 30 minutes, I was done.
Yes.
Yeah, and I posted it not long after, you know. It was floods of comments, notifications,
Going viral.
Yeah. You know, later, John Legend, you know, replies with fire emojis.
Come on. Because like you said, you could see a superstar. But Mtandazo, you're going to be showing us your superstardom in a little bit. You're going to be performing for us. Before I let you go and get ready for that, very quickly, tell us about some of the music that we can expect in 2024.
The very same song has Black Coffee now. It's John Legend, Black Coffee, and myself.
Yes.
It's supposed to be released in the coming year.
Oh, yes.
And more international collabs, some that I can't disclose. I'm also going to be dropping music abroad.
Come on.
There's so much that's coming.
I love it. So essentially, you're going international. Thank you, Tanda. We love it for him, and this is why he's going to be sticking around. He's going to be actually performing into you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But you need to stick around because there's also a whole lot more on the way, and that's why Graham is standing by to tell you what exactly.
Yes, we will get a stunning performance in just a moment, and you have to see him perform to believe him. Just magical. You can understand why some of the biggest stars in the world are focused on him as the next big, bright thing. And then, of course, you want to get in on the action. We'll give you the inside track on how you can enter the Expresso Festive Stocking Competition. Some amazing prizes going in there. You want to find out how you can get your hands on them. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining the conversation. And I'm going to put it out there. I want you to get outdoors, plug into that green energy. Take time out to be one with nature and appreciate all the adventures that the world and life have to offer, because we've got this resource literally on our doorstep. Experience sensational sounds, some incredible seasoned artists and memories to last a lifetime. Now, founder of Felt and See and content creator Roshana Gray is here to tell us about her values of sustainability and connection with nature, and why she is encouraging us to get out and experience the Sunset Summer Tour. Roshana, thank you so much for joining us. What a perfect excuse to get out and savor. I love the fact that a massive event like this, something that's going to connect to so many people, is driven by purpose.
Absolutely.
And I think you are very much a person driven by purpose. In fact, you've crafted your whole kind of content creation and who you are on this principle. So maybe that's a good place to start. Felt and See, for the uninitiated, what's it all about?
So at Felt and See, we celebrate the seasons and we track the edible landscape through them, offering wild food foraging workshops and nature-inspired experiences.
This, I've seen it with my son. I always talk about Newlands Forest, particularly because it's the only place where I've seen him become still. And we both, he and I, are just crazy, strong personalities, but we can just sit there, not say a word when we plug into, and we call it green energy now, is how we've kind of typified it. But when you take it a layer below that, not just experiencing that space, but you understand seasonality, what grows where, what you can eat, this deeper understanding, that connection that comes with that. Why is it so important? Why has it become such a fundamental in your life? So it's where we're from.
Absolutely.
It's who
We are
we are,
nature.
exactly.
Yeah, so when we are connecting and immersing back into these spaces, whether it's the mountain or the coastline or in the forest, then we can be ourselves.
And I'm starting to discover now, with the way that I've changed the way that I eat and how I kind of treat my body. And a big guide of mine has been Raul, who knows what you do very well and had an unbelievable experience with you. He spoke about it for about months afterwards. But maybe talk us through how you do it. How do you bring it all together? How do you forage? How do you cook? What's the kind of the mode?
Sure. So basically, we use ecology and food, which is a global connector, everybody can relate to that,
For sure.
as a tool for learning, with nature as our classroom. And yeah, we, through the seasons, there's always something wildly delicious on offer, especially here in delicious Western Cape.
I know.
So in wintertime, it's wild food land foraging. In autumn, we head to the forests and the fields for mushroom foraging. In springtime, we have flower experiences. And now in summer, we go coastal foraging for seaweeds and shellfish.
Ooh, and I think we're discovering things in that seaweed space. I think so much of our evolution happened where the sea meets the land, and we're starting to discover some magical things going on in that space. I love that. When we talk about sustainability, I think we've kind of maybe, hopefully, matured to the point where it's not just a marketing whitewash anymore, some kind of sustainable thing in the future, but rather how we have to live right now, otherwise we're going to run out of it. How do you understand sustainability? Because you've clearly made it your mission to achieve this. How do you see sustainability and what you do fitting into that notion?
So when it comes to harvesting from the wild, it's very important to stress sustainability because these are very sensitive ecological spaces. So we want to enter those spaces with minimal or no impact at all. Yeah, so on our workshops, we teach sustainable, regenerative and responsible foraging practices.
I love that, and it's just another community to plug into. It's another intellectual pool to plug into. It's another spiritual pool to plug into, because there's a lot going on in this space that speaks to so many people, and we can see it with, thankfully, the fact that when we host these big festivals, big tours like the Sunset Summer Tour, that now we are putting our money where our mouth is, and we're actually following these practices. So how are what they're doing, and I know they're all about just connecting people to nature and to the sun. But how have they aligned with what you're trying to achieve? Why was this such a good click?
Well, it is a celebration of summer, isn't it? And what better way to celebrate summer than go out with your friends at iconic locations.
Absolutely beautiful.
And really just looking at the sunset and enjoying a different kind of local flavor in terms of excellent musicians.
Yeah, and some of the best in the business. I know there are going to be a lot of people just absolutely rocking out, but I love the fact that we are mitigating our impact in these spaces that we get so much from, that we're putting a little bit back there as well. But thank you for doing what you do, and I know you've been doing this for a while, so for holding that voice, that true north, so to speak, thank you for being that. And I'm so glad that purpose-driven people like you, your voice is getting exponentially amplified now, which is wonderful. So thank you so much for being that and being awesome. I cannot wait to go on an adventure. And as I said, I can remember Ryle's reaction after he got to actually go forage and go home and cook the stuff and create and feel that connected to this beautiful planet, to our seasons, to the weather even. And that's what Sunset Summer Tour is all about. It's here, and it's your call to just relax and unwind and plug into nature in the presence of some of the most breathtaking sunsets that you're liable to see anywhere in the world. And of course, it's the beauty of the outdoors that fills our cups back up. So this weekend, it's on. Sunday, the 17th of December, there is a Sunset Summer Concert at On Point Waterfront in Durban. And then further dates include the 26th of December at Cabo Beach Club, and then the 27th at the Grand in Cape Town, which is going to be spectacular. And then the 28th of December in Plet, 29th of December in Knysna. So if you're winding up your school year, I think you're going to do it in style. But get your tickets today and get out there and savor every second you can in this beautiful, beautiful natural world that we are blessed with.
One thing about us as your Expresso family, no, we don't just make promises, we deliver on them. But then one thing about the guy that is to my right is the fact that he is not just an artist, no, he is gifted, honey. And this is why, Expresso family, please make some noise for Mthandaza Gaja with his song, Into You.
Mina lamala ngasabambeki lento yenza yoke minyathanda phela yovele imifuna ngilandela wena phela mina phela phela ngaze ngithande kanje oyazi ngivela ngawe ngivele ngawe ngithanda konke ngawe ngivele ngawe ngithanda konke ngawe ngivele ngawe ngithanda konke kushoma kushabangane bami we ayaya nyakuswa mina nyabuswa mina kungani ngeke udlale ngami we ayaya mabebe ungikuthando lufanele uma nginawe ngiphelele inhliziyo yami igculisekile oh baby ngawe yagcwala You make us shine, Mthandaza. Everybody make some noise for Mthandaza. Oh my goodness, it is such a beautiful thing to be able to celebrate beautiful talent right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. However, coming up, we're going to be hearing about how you, our Expresso family, can be winners with our stocking competition. Graham and Ewan are standing by just for that.
Yes, literally, I'm under the tree, okay? We are not the gifts.
And there's stockings.
Yeah, there are stockings. There are many, many stockings. Because tis the season to sparkle, to spread joy, to unwrap the magic of the holiday.
Absolutely. And you could be one of 5 lucky winners of some, and I mean this, serious holiday cheer. So get ready to unwrap the magic and win big this season.
Okay, so to join the fun, you've got to visit our festive competition post on Facebook, X or Instagram. You'll see it. Very proud proudly displayed. And tell us who in your life deserves a heartwarming surprise and why. I have a feeling this is going to tug on the heartstrings. Don't forget to include hashtag Expresso Festive and mark your calendars for Friday, the 22nd of December. Make sure that you tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show because we might just be calling you. And 5 lucky viewers, as Ewan said, will get the chance to pick a festive stocking live on air and reveal an absolutely fantastic hidden surprise. And they are crazy.
Yeah, you're probably wondering what is in those stockings, Ewan and Graham. Well, let me fill you in very quickly because they're going to be bursting at the seams. Among the festive wonders up for grabs are, and listen, I've had the privilege of playing around with this machine live here on the Feel Good Breakfast Show. One of those prizes, a Thermomix TM6, is valued at just under 30,000 Rand. There's an Xbox Series S valued at 7,599 Rand. There's a 2,000 Rand Skin Miles voucher, a Szymanski Gold Cape Town pendant with diamond and chain worth 7,500 Rand, and an Environ skincare consultation plus curated skincare routine valued at 5,000 Rand.
I kind of feel like Zoe has been very cleverly testing out all of these products over the last couple of months. She's found a way through, but she can speak to the quality of all, and we've tested them on the show. They're amazing. The competition closes at midday, Tuesday, the 19th of December. And I stress that because we're going to get a lot of entries for these. So you've got to make your entries good. It is the season of giving, and Expresso want to make it extra special for you. And of course, that special person that you want to nominate in your life. So make sure they are meaningful. Make sure that there is a tear in my eye. I want to get the goosebumps when we read these dedications, but you can find all the T's and C's on expressoshow.com, and good luck.
Absolutely, man. It could be you. It could be you. Yep, right there.
Not us.
Watching right now. Not
Can't be
us, unfortunately. Listen, we're going to take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere because this really is a fantastic Thursday so far. We're going to make it even more fantastic-er. Coming up, we are going to look at some early gifting ideas for him and her with the beautiful Megan Pedro. She's here and she's got some really, really good stuff up her sleeve.
Yeah, she's on it. She knows people who know people, as well. So I'm just saying, from a Secret Santa perspective, you know, get people watching right now. Then, of course, one place where you can find the most awesome gift for just about anybody and get them inspired to get outdoors, Cape Union Mart is calling. And Zoe, yes, as she does, is going to sneak her way in there to take a look at some of the coolest gadgets and some amazing outdoor fun that could inspire you. Stick around.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. Wonderful to have you. And yes, it is the most wonderful time of the year. I know when I say that, you hear that song, you want to sing it. Christmas is so close, we can feel the excitement in the air. And lucky for us, Woolworths has got us covered with rather exciting last-minute gifts for everyone, because we all know that we leave it till last minute. We shouldn't, but we do. But here to help us with gifting ideas, stylist and blogger Megan Pedro. How's it, Megs? Good to see you. So this is it.
Yep.
11 days till Christmas.
I know, this is helping me because I haven't done a stitch of Christmas shopping myself.
Oh, so you're also one of those?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not going to stand here and pretend with you.
but listen, there's so much on offer right now that's going to be there when you go to the shops, all right, which is fantastic. So let's focus on a couple of options here. It is the time to spread some joy, to share some love, and let's focus on the special lady in our lives, whether that being your mom, your sister, your niece, a friend of yours, whoever that may be. But what do you have for the ladies?
Perfect. Let's start on the fashion side of things. I think it's quite a nice and safe option to kind of start at.
Okay.
So we've got a selection of purses and bags, which I think you can never go wrong with, right? Actually, you benefit from your wife's purse, I'm pretty
Always.
sure, right? Exactly.
Yeah, babes, can you hold my wallet?
So exactly. So it really is the gift that keeps on giving, I think. So there is such a huge selection, and what I love, I mean, the purse selection is absolutely great, and you can do, you know, different colorways, and it's kind of matching, and it's just such a, you know, a staple in your fashionista's life.
Yes, a staple.
A staple. So talking about your fashionista, I think it's so wonderful to add a scarf to a gift. A scarf is so great to drape around a bag, just to tie in with your outfit. You don't necessarily have to wear it. It is such a great addition to an outfit. And then hats. It's summertime, right?
You know,
please wear a hat.
Gotta wear a hat, and it looks cool.
It really does.
It's a really nice hat, though.
So talking about hats, we're going to move on to kids. How cute are these bucket hats? Okay. In the most cutest prints. I absolutely love them. So it really does mix and match with their little outfits. So I think a bucket hat is such a great selection, as well as shoes. Maybe it's the time to, you know, upgrade those sandals, because don't those sandals get left at every pool party and everything? So this is really, really
how
great.
quickly they grow,
Yes,
the kiddos.
completely.
So definitely, yeah.
And Woolly Stocks Crocs, which is so great. I know that I see so many kids running around with them, and they're so good for their feet. And this is, you know, the perfect thing. We've got quite a beautiful platform croc going on here in the denim,
a little
which
bit of
really
height, everything.
I mean, you don't want them to grow. My
No.
nieces, I'm trying to keep them really, really, you know,
Exactly.
young
Maybe
still.
just for the holidays, you can be a little bit
Yeah,
that's fine.
completely. As we wear heels, they can kind of be a little bit perched up. And then we'll move kind of into home. I love gifting the homebody. I think that this is such a great gift when you walk in for your hostess in your life. So diffusers and candles are always such a beautiful gift. It's like, you know, if you don't want to gift a fragrance necessarily, it's so wonderful to gift the home a fragrance because it really does remind you of someone that's gifted it to you.
Yeah.
So I have different fragrances within different parts of my home, and it's so lovely because as you walk in through, as the windows
This
are
smells
open,
like the kitchen. This smells like the
100%.
bedroom. Oh, this is the living room. Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
And you kind of take note of what people are saying, and then, you know, would gift it to them, which is so lovely. So kind of moving into your beauty area, okay, we are loving this. So in your beauty, we're going to keep with what we would consider a fragrance, but this is actually a ginger biscuit Jo Malone candle.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, it is heavenly.
You don't need to tell me it's your favorite.
No.
I could
you
tell.
You can see for sure. And then, of course, W Beauty, I mean, you could literally close your eyes and just randomly pick because W Beauty have really curated the most sensational gift sets. So in here, we've got the same perfume, but it's in 100 ml and a 15 ml. So you can pop the 15 ml into your bag, have it on the go, so you're not having that big one. So they've really thought about different things like that.
So there's a lot,
Yes. The white tea Elizabeth Arden. Elizabeth Arden is always such a perfect, you know, staple, I think. And the fragrance is absolutely timeless.
All right. Well, there's a lot of options, We can't forget about the guys, though.
Not at all.
Quickly, run us through what do you have for the guys? Because I can see there's some nice selections here as well.
So fashion, right. It's a new year. Time for a new tie. I think that is always a great option.
To tie everything together.
To tie everything together.
Yeah, for sure.
Socks. Okay, we always joke about socks and, you know, soap on a rope, but actually socks are great, right? And Woolies have such a cool selection of different prints on them, which I love.
Yeah.
We've got beautiful, again, W Beauty has beautifully curated a couple of gift sets. We'll move into fashion. Shorts, right? I mean, you need this.
Ooh, I like these.
Paired with a white shirt, you are good to go your whole holiday season. You just pop a different one. Very cool.
Check that.
I mean...
Hey, man, come on. That's
and
very
then
cool.
To go with this, you've got your beautiful beach bag and your beach towel. So this comes as a set together, which means you don't even have to think about it. It whacks in the back of your car. It's a great thing to have. And then if we move on to homeware very quickly, I love this. For the man in your life, a beautiful, sophisticated, I spoke about this in your luxury gifting, your decanter and your ice cube holder.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness, absolutely beautiful. And then let's upgrade the bra section this year, because you're going to be doing so much. And trust me, like the bag that you benefit from, the woman benefits from the bra section, let me tell you.
Absolutely. Sure. Megs, thank you very much. I mean, there's some definitely options.
Yes.
All right, we got options, that's for sure. Megan, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I think you've helped a lot of people out for sure this morning. Really, really cool. Some fantastic gifting. May your holiday season be filled with adorable moments and, of course, some epic, epic gifts just like these. I mean, they are available in-store, online, or on the app as well at Woolies, but they've got you sorted for this festive season for sure. All those gifting solutions just for you. Plus, update your bedroom or bathroom and get 3 for 2 bedding or bathroom items until 17th of December. And you can shop this offer at Woolworths in-store, online, or on the app. Happy shopping.
Oh, this is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
La 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 la.
This is how we do it.
Oh, this is how we do it.
From the beautiful indoors, let's head outdoors. Why? Because adventure awaits. From rugged gear to outdoor essentials, Zoe is about to explore Cape Union Mart to find the perfect gift of adventure for her husband, her brand new hubby. This festive season, let's see how she fares.
We are in the heart of the festive season, and finding the perfect gift for my husband, I'm finding that to be a lot of pressure since it is our first Christmas together. He is a big adventure guy, so why don't we head on over to Cape Union Mart, as they are perfect to gift the gift of adventure and all of your outdoor essentials. Let's go. Even if adventure is not your thing, there really is something for the whole family, and they've got gifts to suit every budget. Look at this, you can find gifts under 200 Rand, under 500 Rand. You can even get that biltong slicer you've always wanted. But I'm here to find a gift for my special person, and I know exactly what to get him. One of our collective goals for 2024 is to enjoy the outdoors more and go hiking. Well, I thought, how about a new year, new gear, new places to explore? Hubby deserves a brand new hiking bag. This is always a tough decision to make, deciding which size backpack to go for. There's the Slider 22-litre day pack, as well as the Slider 28-litre day pack. I think I'm gonna go for the 22-litre only because that means I get to enjoy it too. Because now what's his is mine. The greatest adventure starts small, and when I picture these morning hikes, I think of coffee. Who would have thought there are so many to choose from? I mean, this bottle is fantastic. This is the Explorer bottle, great for keeping your drinks cold. But this one, this is the thermo flask, perfect for what we need for those early morning coffees. It keeps your water hot for up to 10 hours, and on a long hike, this will keep your water cold for up to 24 hours. This is a winner. I am pretty chuffed with what I managed to find today, and what will wrap up this experience is having these babies wrapped up. I would love to have this wrapped, please.
Okay, are you a loyalty member?
I am. That looks beautiful.
All right.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I had the ultimate adventure shopping for all of these incredible goodies, and now we can truly give the gift of adventure thanks to Cape Union Mart.
and I'm sure adventure awaits as well. So enjoy using that out there. That's the whole point. Get out there, create memories, create those adventures. That's what South African summer is all about,
You know what?
man.
We can, because we have the backyard that caters for that, which is amazing.
We're going to take the quickest of moments right now, then we'll get back into those news headlines.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3, 8 o'clock. Let's quickly take a last look at your news headlines. Starting off with national news this morning, sandparks will ensure the safety of visitors to Table Mountain National Park. Now, CEO Property Mokwena says 43 million rand will be spent to improve infrastructure. Meanwhile, Cape Town's Department of Coastal Management says 93% of its 62 public beaches are safe for use. Now, this after chemistry professor at the University of the Western Cape, Leslie Petrick, said beaches were unsafe because of dumping of raw sewage at some. Now, coastal manager Greg Olofse said much work was done at spots where the spills occurred, and all of them now adhere to water quality guidelines. And President Cyril Ramaphosa will appeal the Pretoria High Court ruling which set aside his recognition of King Misuzulu of the Zulu monarchy. The High Court found that Ramaphosa hadn't followed due process in accordance with customary law and traditions. The ruling further stated that the president firstly had to appoint an investigative committee to probe this. Presidency spokesperson Vincent Magwenya said that while Ramaphosa appealed the judgment, King Misuzulu would remain the identified heir to the throne. Over to international news headlines this morning. Financially beleaguered Malawi is to receive $137 million of budget support from the World Bank, a month after the country's currency lost nearly half its value against the US dollar. Malawi, one of the poorest countries in the world, is battling chronic foreign currency shortages that have led to shortages of fuel, medicines and fertilizers. Now, yesterday, the World Bank announced fresh funding, of which $80 million will be paid out immediately. The International Monetary Fund says Malawi needs almost $1 billion in debt relief by 2027. And US President Joe Biden says Israel's losing support over its indiscriminate bombing of Gaza. His comments made to donors at the fundraising event on Tuesday for his 2024 re-election campaign marked his strongest criticism yet of Israel's leadership. Biden has offered unwavering public support to the country since Hamas launched its attacks on Israel on 7 October. But on Tuesday, he didn't mince his words, saying, and I quote, "Israel's starting to lose global support by its indiscriminate bombing of Gaza." And we'll end with this story closer to home. A Johannesburg mother recently checked her 11-year-old son's phone and was absolutely gobsmacked to find that he'd been negotiating the purchasing of a car, one of the most iconic and expensive luxury brands available, a Rolls-Royce. And not only any Rolls-Royce, mind you, but a Phantom Billionaire edition, the price of which starts at 8.7 million rand. Now, little Kamogelo Mokoena had even tried to convince Daytona sales executive Grant Baben to grant him a discount. Well, Kamogelo didn't manage to acquire his dream car, but Baben, being a kind man that he is, did invite him and his dad Muleng to the showroom to view the Phantom, and a video of Kamogelo very much in his element while being chauffeured around in the Rolls-Royce went absolutely viral. Now, there's a young man making his dreams come true from a very young age already. That's your news headlines for the 8 o'clock bulletin and for your Thursday morning. Let's now take a last look at your sports.
Well, everyone races to check their kids' phones. This particular story maybe not quite as shocking as that one. Japan have announced officially Eddie Jones is indeed their new head coach, and they made the announcement yesterday. And now, of course, following his departure from the Wallabies after a very disappointing Rugby World Cup that was not without its controversy. So Jones, who previously led Japan from 2012 to 2015, is renowned, of course, for their historic win against the Springboks. Definitely a turning point for the Boks. And despite denying links to the role, speculation heightened after reports of his actual interview during the Wallabies' dismal World Cup campaign. Well, Jones will officially be taking over the reins of Japan on January the 1st. Another Australian connection as we turn to cricket now, and Travis Head reclaims his role as vice-captain for the Australian Test squad. So Captain Pat Cummins revealed his team for the Perth clash against Pakistan, making just one change from the last Test in July. Veteran spinner Nathan Lyon, he's now nearing his 500th wicket milestone. He returns, displacing Todd Murphy. And then amid questions about his form, David Warner is in. He's set to open the batting in what is now being anticipated to be his final Test series. And plenty of footballing action on offer last night as Paris Saint-Germain, they secured their spot in the Champions League knockout stages, drawing 1-1 against Borussia Dortmund in their final Group F match. So the hosts, Karim Adeyemi, he broke the deadlock in the 51st minute, but PSG responded with Warren Zaire-Emery's equaliser just 5 minutes later. So Dortmund, they topped the group with 11 points. As a result, then PSG securing second with 8, while AC Milan, they squeeze their way into Europe in third with the same points. That sees them heading into the Europa League after their 2-1 victory against Newcastle United, who have put in a brilliant showing in their UEFA Champions League tenure this year. And then it seems that football in Turkey is back on. Our final story, Turkey's football action returning on the 19th of December following what was a temporary halt triggered bizarrely by a shocking attack on referee Halil Umut Meler. So the suspension came after MKA Ankara Kugu President Faruk Koka punched the referee post-match on Monday. Turkish Football Federation's Mehmet Buyakakeksi pledged penalties for the incident, and they had put a stop to all footballing action in the country, but it seems they are set to resume on the 19th. And that's a wrap of our sport for now. We'll delve into all of our weekends, and it's a bumper weekend sporting action tomorrow, but right now, let's see how the roads are looking.
Thank you so much, Graham. Well, the road's fairly quiet this morning. Just one incident that we have for you in Centurion, Johannesburg. There's been a multi-vehicle accident, and that's on the N1 southbound before Ramp Samrand Avenue. The right lane is currently closed and traffic is slow moving in the area. So just plan your route accordingly this morning and be safe on the roads. Last look at your weather, starting off with some weather news. The SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with possible strong damaging wind and hail, resulting in localized damage to properties over the southern or the southwestern part of Northwest and the central and southern Free State, extending to the eastern half of the Eastern Cape. And the rest of the country can expect partly cloudy and warm weather, as well as isolated showers and thunder showers over large parts until Saturday. That is your sunrise news story, or your weather news story. story. Right now, let's take a look at our last sunrise view of the hour. And this one was sent in by Chantel from Strand in Helderberg. Look at that beautiful palm tree and the sun just peeking through the leaves there. Stunning, Chantel. Thank you very, very much. That looks absolutely amazing. And I hope you're enjoying your cup of hot beverage or whatever you have this morning. Thank you very much. For the rest of you, please share your morning views with us. You can do so on a WhatsApp line. Continue that, and you can send it to 063 408 8863. Now, here's your temperatures for the last time.
Seems like a beautiful day wherever you find yourself in South Africa, so let's make it even better. If you think you know your stuff when it comes to sport, then why don't you prove it? If you're a lover of the game, you can use your sports knowledge to predict match day results and then go on to hopefully claim your share in today's sports stake jackpots. Yes, let's take our sports enthusiasm to another level, and your chances of winning big are massive, and that's off the pitch. And you can play your favorite sports stake game on the nationallottery.co.za website. So make sure that you get on there, play now, and then of course stand a chance to earn the bragging rights and some cash to be enjoy your game. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Graham. We're going to take the quickest of breaks. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get to know the musician Aubrey in just a little bit. And if you have a foodie in your life and you're not sure what to get for Christmas, well, we're going to sort you out with some gifting ideas for the foodie in your life. Stick around for that and a whole lot more. We still have an hour left with you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. See you now.
Check this. This My Goals Plus account gives you cash back on groceries and 25 cents back per litre at BP. That's lit.
Lit in 2023.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on Expresso. And we are so excited, all in the name of getting to know some of our favorite talented musicians here in South Africa. And honestly and truly, this guy right here, he's someone who is not just going all over the country. No, it is beyond as well. And when we talk about what he is continuing to do in the music industry, I think we can 100% say that it is safe because he is one that you need to watch out for. I am talking about Aubrey Kana. Welcome to the show, Aubrey. Do you feel right, Vena? I'm so glad to hear that. But Aubrey, for abantu who don't possibly know Aubrey, please can you tell us, who is he?
Before ngiqale nje engakusho ukuthi sanibonani igama lami uPoqono sinyumbola lifana zala isho.
Hayibo,
idinga lesimanje manje isikhathi kuzekile inkanyamba uqobola inkosi ezibinyo ngabizwa ngegama.
Hayibo.
So engakusho nje ukuthi uAubrey as a young boy from KZN who decided to venture into music.
Yeah.
And my sound is called Imbube, but people call it Afro pop. But the reason why we call it Imbube because it's a mixture of isiqathameya, umbhaqanga, umaskandi, and a bit of hip hop. Because at the end of the day, we were raised by hip hop.
Come on. So, yeah. And that's the thing, you can hear those little sounds of each and everything of it coming through.
Yeah.
Saying we were raised by hip hop, who raised you?
Lil Wayne.
Okay, me as well. That's what I was asking. But Aubrey, then I want to speak to you because speaking of being raised, you were raised by pastors or a pastor. And I want to ask you, why did you not go into gospel music, Mdaze?
First of all, Baba no mom, but they didn't really raise me because I didn't know my father.
Okay.
I only found out about him when he was dead.
Oh, wow.
And then my mom was always working in Johannesburg, so I was staying in KZN, you understand? She made a big sacrifice, you understand?
Yeah.
Leaving me behind to just go work like Oli and come, like, imagine leaving a kid behind just to become a domestic worker here so that you can learn and grow with what you're doing. So it was a big sacrifice she made for me. So yeah, I appreciate it.
I mean, one of the things about our parents that I think we can all appreciate is the sacrifices that they make. But the one that you're talking about is a huge one because she was putting you first.
And
as
trust
well as
me,
the family.
I never understood when I was growing up, but I understand now because I have my own daughter now. So I know what it takes. So yeah.
I love that. And speaking of sacrifices, Aubrey, I know that when we talk about a musical career, you have to make a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
And not too long ago, you were on social media saying that, you know what, this life thing is hard, this career thing is hard.
Yeah.
I think this might be my last offering. Can you speak to us about that in terms of just the challenges that you were possibly going through that time? Because I feel like there are a lot of young artists who don't possibly know about the full journey of actually choosing to follow music.
So, first of all, people always think being independent is easy. So I decided to go independent this year, and I wanted to teach myself in terms of like the business, because us musicians, we just focus on the studio part and dropping music, but we never get to learn the business. That's why most of the time people cry about contracts because they're not educated about the business side of music. So I decided to educate myself and learn more about the business. And what I learned more about business, that it needs a lot of money, and whatever I make, I need to pour back to the music. Even whereby when it was about time for me to drop the album, I finished the album, I mixed the album. After that, I had to sell my studio just for the album to drop. My entire studio, I sold my entire studio just for the album to drop and be ready. So I was like, yo, it was crazy because I had to even take the money that I saved for my daughter to put in the music. I was like, yeah, you know what? I feel like I'm doing a lot for this, and I have nothing to show for this. You understand? But at the end of the day, we go through those phases, and it's a learning curve. I feel like every business or a CEO, entrepreneur, they go through the same thing because it's hard sacrifices that you have to make.
And listen, Aubrey, I was about to say, you and making investments, like I feel like you were born for this because you're making the right decisions, which is so incredible. But Aubrey, very quickly, because we need to wrap up, tell us about your offering and you know what it brings.
My album is titled Mkabai, which is named after my mom because of her sacrifices. So it's my gift to her because I can't give her nothing beside that.
I
right
love
now.
that. And that's your biggest thing that you can give
Yeah.
her. Aubrey, I love you and all of your combos, communicating and your inspiring story. Thank you so much. And we are going to be blown away by you in a little bit. I'm going to leave you to go get ready. But Expresso family, it is always such a beautiful thing when we are able to learn about the different stories of South Africans, because each and every one of us has one that is unique to us. For now, though, we need to jump on back to Cape Town because Graham and Ewan are standing by.
We are. Thank you very much, Zanele, and welcome to another edition of Ewan, Graham, and a tree named Christmas. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No, but it is festive. It is what it's about. And if you are looking to give the gift of bliss to your friends, your family, or even yourself, do just that with Lindor's range of gift boxes, because there's so many options. The perfect gifting solution for any occasion and a great treat when you want just a little bit of me time.
Yeah,
you know?
man, you reward yourself at the end of a tough day. So we love the look of the gift boxes, first of all. They are beautiful. Stylistically, they look like a gift. They're available in milk and then assorted in 2 sizes, 150 gram and 250 grams as well.
Exactly. Now look at this incredible packaging. It is like a gift itself, which is so shiny and three-dimensional. It's beautiful, perfect to give as is, without any need for additional wrapping, and that's a great thing about it.
Yeah, and this is great, like in a professional setting, if you want to give something that kind of matches kind of a person's stature in your company, or you want them to feel extra special. You give small ones to the people that aren't so special, and you give the Big Daddy to the people that you absolutely love. Now, anyone receiving anything from Lindor's range will be absolutely blown away. These boxes are also perfect for that moment when you want to melt into a moment of bliss for yourself. Imagine the smiles on everyone's faces as they walk in and see these boxes, hundreds of them strewn around, I say, hopefully. No, these will look great under the Christmas tree, and they also match the Christmas kind of decor theme as well. Oh, look at that. I thought you were holding up the mistletoe.
Well.
We've avoided the mistletoe. Absolutely beautiful. And for me, I love the assorted because everyone has their kind of favorite go-to.
Yeah.
But also you want to tantalize them to maybe push the boat out a little bit. So we're going to do our part, okay? And in the spirit of Christmas, we are giving you guys the chance to win a lint hamper to the value of 1,000 rand.
Ooh,
that's
lovely.
Massive.
So what you can do is head on over to the Expresso Facebook or Instagram page and let us know what lint item will you be gifting a loved one for the festive season. Now, don't forget to include that hashtag #CelebrateWithLint. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Absolutely beautiful. So I'm wondering if I eat this, if it's going to ruin my appetite, because after the break, I've got to go and eat every burger in Cape Town. No, I'm going to go in search of the best burger spots in the mother city, and they're incredible, dude. So save a little bit of space, just a little corner or two.
So good.
And I'll tell you the inside secret, and I'll tell you before the insert how many burgers I actually ate in one day while I'm doing my fasting, man. But it was special, dude.
Lovely. We'll see you now.
Come to me, man.
Nowhere's more festive than the Expresso kitchen this season, as you get the chance to bake your way to 50,000 Rand with Golden Cloud and Beacon. With all entry details on the Expresso social pages, reply to the competition post with a picture and description of your festive season masterpiece for a chance to compete live in the Expresso kitchen for that grand prize of 50,000 Rand. Entries close December the 20th. T's and C's apply.
feel-good breakfast show.
Well, in case you missed the boat, the festive season is upon us, and it's all about spending quality time with friends and family. Sometimes they're wrapped up in one package. And this year, Woolies is making it even better with a whole wide range of foodie gifts for the special foodies in our lives. And here to take us through some of our favorite fun, festive and flavorful items is our favorite foodie, Chef Clem. Yes, my friend, when we say there is a gift for everybody, even the foodie who has leveled up, because foodies level up these days.
Yeah.
It's a different game. It's not just I bake online. You know, foodies have become a career. And we have got the gifts. We have got the gifts.
We've got the gifts.
To every personality.
So during the festive season, we take road trips. Yeah. I always say the journey is more important than the destination.
For sure.
Turns out the same things with foodie gifts and the same thing with people and food. They enjoy the process of making the food together with people, with friends and family, equally as much as enjoying the actual final product.
Or sometimes, in my case, we enjoy the journey more than the final product because the final product's not quite that amazing.
And it's the thought that counts. Okay, so let's talk about these foodie gifts and like how you can actually get friends and family involved and make something very special. So instead of just gifting someone olive oil, right?
Infuse me. Infuse me, my friend.
We are going to infuse you. The olive oil infusion kit is absolutely amazing. It's got all the herbs at the bottom. So olive oil already on its own is an amazing ingredient. You go and add some herbs to it, it becomes a delicious finishing olive oil. So good. What else am I infusing?
I mean, we get some of the best olive oil in the world here. I'm going to put it out there. Please don't come for me if you're of Greek heritage. But we have got amazing artisanal creators here.
Gabby's twitching, her eyes twitching at the back. Gabby's like, Italian, it's fine. Okay, we can also infuse vinegar. I've been doing that for years. Now Woolies is making it possible for you to do at home as well. Vinegar, infused with flavor is so delicious.
Because you know what you like. You know your flavor profile. So just play with that.
So this one, this one's got some, this one has balsamic vinegar, And what you do is what is in here? It's rosemary. I'm seeing some extra herbs in here.
I'm going to say tarragon. That looks just like tarragon. No, I'm just reading the
So what I would do is I would chuck a dry chili in there and then put the vinegar in it on top of this as well. A little bit of spice, a little bit of flavor.
But you're loco, man.
I'm loco. I'm crazy, Okay, back to it. Let's go. Infusions, you got to be making your mocktails this festive season, right?
Yeah, we've already started.
The infusion kit for that is right there. So you just literally add whatever. You can add a spirit if you want, or you can add something else as an alternative to make your infused mocktail drink. Can you do your shirt?
I'm infusing my shirt.
Is giving cocktail. What's the movie with Tom Cruise? It's called Cocktail, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Can you pretend? Just give us a little shaky, shaky, shake. If you want to hold it behind the back, catch it. If you want to do a
do we have insurance?
No look, one hand. It's because of your shirt looking so festive. Like, Tom Cruise, yes. It's a two-hand job. It's a two-hand job.
Social media, just for us.
Oh.
No, I'm not going to.
Don't do that.
I will not.
Don't do that.
This is beautiful. And they look, because this you can last in your kitchen for seasons.
That's the thing that I love the most about the Woolies foodie gifts. It's not just the fact that you're going to use the dish once. They didn't give you an aluminium tin. They gave you an actual ceramic dish that you can use time and time again.
And I do.
You do.
All my bread kits, I keep reusing those dishes because they're gorgeous. The pastel palettes that they've chosen, gorgeous.
Always on trend. They're not going to give you something that looks like awkward, that just stands out in your kitchen. And I love that about the way that they thought about the design. I'm opening things up today. Okay, so this is the chocolate brownie mix. Let's do this. I just want to, we don't actually get to see what it comes in. Everything's been weighed out for you already. So all the ingredients, I think it's your flour, your chocolate mixture, everything's done. Don't mess about with the scales.
Easy.
And then you get this. You get this at the end. And this is really beautiful. And we use this a lot on the show. You'll often see we actually end up using these bits for...
We reuse,
on the show the next year. Right, where we at?
And I love repurposing them and using them for things that they were never meant for. They're like the most exquisite fruit display areas. Oh, beautiful.
A little journaling kit, because in 2024 we're journaling, okay?
We are, dude. I am, eh?
And it says a moment just for me. But now it's a moment just for you.
It's like,
there you go, take it.
Today I ate this.
Can I get a bigger book, please? Because, okay,
we might need a whiteboard, I think.
The gingerbread kits. And again, the fact that this little Christmas tree bit at the bottom is a wire rack which you get with it. Love that. But then it also becomes a... I'm opening it. It also becomes a stencil in case you want to make...
You are loco today,
We're
man.
loco. There we go. So if you want to make a giant Christmas tree biscuit, this is actually the mold you use for it. Plus, it's a cooling rack. Guys, we're opening up everything. And that's not all. If you buy that now,
And
you
then
can
that
also
goes,
go ahead.
And that goes into the Christmas box then to come out next Christmas. Boom.
Absolutely.
Done.
These have been flying off shelf. I've been trying to get my hands on these. These are so popular. This is how you make your own sweetie pie. I'm opening it. I'm opening it. Wait.
See, I heard about this, and
Right?
I have a running joke with my local, because whenever I get there, he's like, "No, bro, they're gone." I'm like, "What do you mean? I told you hide one for me."
There we go.
Hide it.
It's got the silicone spatula. And by the way, what I did was I just did this. And this is important at home. Just a little PSA. Your silicone can come off from your wood. And that's for a reason. You actually need to just pop that in the dishwasher.
This guy, not so much.
Don't put this in the dishwasher. It's porous. But how beautiful is that spatula?
Oh, that is
Which comes with
gorgeous.
it. And then you got your little wafer cups to build your own sweetie pies. You got all the baking ingredients done, dusted for you already. I'm going to do this very quickly now. Bread kits, you've been seeing it?
Yeah,
We've
know.
got the Lamington kits. We've got these little
Beautiful.
surf biscuits. I mean, they're so cool. Remember the days when we had those little skateboard decks with
Oh,
the 2 fingers?
100%, bro. You'll take your
New
old
vibes.
ruler and
New
you'll-
vibes.
yeah.
Now we're surfing. And then the last one, which I think is very important, which you deserve, okay?
I do.
This is for a little time we need you to rejuvenate, get back to your Grahamness.
Yeah,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
It comes with a
help us all.
beautiful candle. It's got some herbage that you can add into your bath. An edible bath.
So I can
herbs.
actually infuse myself. You weren't kidding. I can infuse my whole self.
And this beautiful little woven basket, locally made by her name is Mia Melange. Mia. Her name is Mia.
Just imagine some little bath bombs in there after you've done. Absolutely exquisite.
The quality of this, the quality of all the items, absolutely amazing. I'm loving the foodie gifts.
We are building up to the crescendo, because this is probably what I've gravitated towards the most, the cheese board.
The cheese board. And again, this beautiful board, sustainable wood, of course. The quality of this board, it's already been treated and sealed, done for you.
The bamboo
We're
vibes,
opening
just do it,
things.
man. You're
There we
so
go.
crazy.
It is amazing.
Like
What
Danny Trejo.
comes with the olives? What else does it come with? The crackers.
You know, I'd actually be okay with just this for Christmas.
Well,
you
you
know?
were getting more. You're
and
getting
a little
more.
Christmas cake, because you forget about how that goes with the cheese. It's got spice
Exactly,
in it.
it's got spices,
It's
dried
got
fruit.
fortified fruit in it. That goes with cheese. Come on, get
You
out.
got a little seed sprinkle, and then at the end of it, you end up having... Guys, this is how I open my Christmas presents at home, okay?
You've just shown us your 8-year-old version of yourself.
Look at this. You get to keep this
Absolutely
beautiful board,
gorgeous.
and you have no idea how often you end up using this at home.
No, I know, bro.
You do know.
I use them every single day. I feed my kids on these now. But speaking of kids, my kids, thank you for all of this, Father Christmas. You are officially our loco Father Christmas this Christmas. And here's the deal. You can have access to all of these, but I suggest you get in store now and fast if you want the sweetie pie mix, okay?
Yeah.
Shop these fun, festive, and very flavorful foodie gifts at Woolworths. And they're kind of gifts that keep on giving. You can find them in-store, online, or using the amazing app. And here's the plug-in. You also stand the chance to win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card. Just hop onto our competition post on the Expresso Facebook, X, or Instagram pages and tell us which Woolies foodie gift would you like to receive as a gift this festive season. Drop a strong hint here. Don't forget to hashtag Woolies Christmas, and that competition closes at midnight tonight. So get on it. We're going to get a ton of entries for this one, but you can find all the T's and C's on expressoshow.com. Can I put them all in one basket and take them,
Put them all in my
please? Thank
boot.
You
Put them
would
all
take
in
them
my
all. You loco, man. He's loco.
So many gifting ideas for the foodies in your life. But speaking about food, Graham is about to embark on an epic culinary adventure, and he's hunting for the 3 top spots with regards to burgers in town. Let's see what he found.
A very festive season is upon us, and we're about to go through the Mother City's burger bucket list. Yes, she doesn't only have amazing views to offer, but the best food in the world, so that you can try something new this summer, inspired by the amazing new Suzuki Franks Shape Your New. I have a feeling I better brace for a feast. In fact, a feast to end all feasts. Let's go. So I love the fact that you've got temperature control on a different level. Everything is very visible, very easily accessible, and it works beautifully. In fact, the in-drive experience in this car, well, luxury, punching way above its weight class here. Absolutely amazing. I think that's a massive value add for me. Ooh, this is starting to very much feel like a food adventure kind of a day. And what I love most of the burger spots and the burgers that I'm going to be tasting today are a new for me. Perfect way to start, the iconic Jerry's Burger Bar. Let the adventure begin. Come on. Wow. That looks amazing. Thank you so much. The balance of flavors is insane. How you can take these basic ingredients that we know make up a burger and let it sing like this. It's very unforgiving, and they have nailed it. Wow, thank you to Jerry's for opening our account with an absolute banger. Honestly, one of the best burgers I've ever tasted. This is going to be a delicious adventure. Back to the Franks, come on. The fuel economy is amazing, making her the perfect crossover SUV for driving in the city or for taking her on an outdoor adventure. So now it's on to spot number 2, and I gotta say, the aromas emanating are already calling my name. It's time to try a little Wagyu at the new kid on the block. It's Zuni's Wagyu Burger Bar. Come on. Simple, fresh ingredients. How does it all come together?
Just try and sauce both sides of that brioche bun for me, please. Then on either side of the brioche bun, we've got our pickles. And then a little bit of a crunch with regards to the lettuce. We've got our smashed patty with our salted melted cheese on top just to break through the sweetness of the meat. Yeah, give it a try and tell us what you think.
Oh, come home. The mouthfeel is beautiful and fresh. The fresh ingredients that you've accompanied with, perfect partner for this. You taste the beef, and it's good beef, bro. Oh my, I'm getting goosebumps from a hamburger. You guys have nailed it, man.
Thank you very much.
What I'm loving the most is the position when I'm driving, the visibility. I can see everything. And that's not just with a 360-degree camera, but while I'm driving, I feel empowered and I feel safe. This is a car that I'd love to have my family in because I know my kids would be looked after. Sometimes shaping your new means returning to where it all began. And I'm back at the Dog's Bollocks, where my love of burgers really did get ignited. If you've eaten here, you know a mind-blowing burger experience awaits. And it sounds like they've got something new on the menu.
Graham, your food's ready!
I mean, come on. So if you want to know what ultimately the Dog's Bollocks experience is, it's this. It's probably the biggest burger you've ever eaten in your life. So I'm glad this isn't my test for today. This guy is the gourmet black caramelized onion and brie. It's an update to the menu. Let's see if it stands up. The sauce, though, is from another planet. Beef, absolutely delicious. Wow, and that rounds off what has been a near spiritual experience in the Mother City. Thank you so much to all of the chefs that have changed my world today. I love it. It's true what they say, an SUV will change your life, but moreover, it will change your attitude towards life. And thanks to the brand new Suzuki Franks, shaping my new is now my top priority. Do you think I could squeeze in one more? Maybe, just maybe. Ooh, not a chance.
Wow. Wow, what an adventure, dude.
And I actually even ate more than that. Can you believe it? But it was incredible. And I know a lot of people ask which was the best. It was like comparing apples and pears because they were all so gloriously amazing. The combination of the chips and the burger at Jerry's, the quality of the beef at Zuni, the whole experience and the flavor of that sauce with the gourmet black at the Dog's Bollocks. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful day.
I'm here for a good burger. And you could, I mean, you also drove in style to help you digest.
And taking the views, I almost wanted to take the burgers and just like park myself on Signal Hill. Just absolutely amazing. But the bottom line is you can plug into that yourself. So get ready for some real festive cheer because 5 lucky viewers stand the chance to win 5,000 Rand each, courtesy of Suzuki. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us how the Suzuki francs will help shape your new this holiday.
That's it, and it's very easy. Don't forget to include the hashtag Suzuki Francs and hashtag Shape Your New because it's exactly what you'll be doing in your answer. Competition closes the 17th of December. Remember, T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on our website, expressoshow.com. Get entering right now. Lekker, man. Thanks for that.
I'm so hungry right now.
I know, actually. Listen, let's go over to Zanele and Joburg quickly to connect with you on social media.
Graham, there's absolutely no way you are not taking me with next time. Those burgers look delicious, oh my goodness. However, right about now, I want to jump onto the socials real quick because Expresso family, you have been coming through in the most beautiful way. You saw earlier on, we got a little bit of confetti going here in the Johannesburg studios. And that, of course, is because as Expresso, we reached the over 100,000 subscribers mark. And we had asked you to let us know on social media, what is your favorite part of the show and what would you like to see more of? So Shanaz Davids came through and said, I love everything of Expresso's show. The one thing that stands out is the respect that you all have for each other. Keep up the excellent work and thank you for an informative and interesting show and never a dull moment. Hashtag Expresso Show the best. I love that hashtag. Daphne Nunnally also came through and said, good morning, Expresso team. I love your show, which I never miss. It's your smiling, happy faces and positivity that I wake up to every weekday. Love you all, as well as Clem and Megan, and thank you for all the special show. Then Shireen Abrahams brought it home by saying, good morning, my Expresso family. Happy Thursday. Wow, a huge congratulations. That is amazing. I've been watching the show from the very beginning when it first aired on television. This entire team works hard to bring the best breakfast show to the viewers. I was invited on the show and could see what happens on it. I love everything about how you all work together so well. And to the entire team that works together, you are all awesome. I love the show as it keeps on just getting better. Keep on doing what you do best and have a super day, team. Love you lots. And we love you more. Like we said, it is thanks to you. And thank you so much for being part of our family. Now, you got to make sure you stay tuned because between now and 9 o'clock, we still got so much to get into. And I'm first and foremost talking about the fact that we're going to be getting a beautiful performance from Aubrey Kwana. And then we're going to also be getting into something that I want to hear a whole lot more about. I'm talking about the date and Kamamom, the delicious souffle that is on the way. Make sure that you stick around for it because it is coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be back on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. So in case our gorgeous set and our attitude didn't give it away, we want you to dive into the festive cheer where every twinkling carries a wish and every jingle brings a joy. The bottom line is you could be one of 5 lucky winners to win some serious holiday cheer. So get ready to unwrap the magic and win big this season, because that's how we do it on the show. If you want to join the fun, visit our festive competition post on Facebook, X or Instagram as your first stop. Then tell us who in your life deserves a heartwarming surprise and why, and make it good, because we're going to get a lot of entrants for this. Don't forget to include the hashtag Expresso Festive as well. Then mark your calendar for Friday the 22nd of December. Christmas comes early, and make sure you tune into your Feel Good Breakfast show, because we might just be calling you live on the show. 5 lucky viewers will get the chance to pick a festive stocking live on air and reveal an absolutely fantastic hidden surprise. So let me reveal a little more. Some of those festive wonders up for grabs are a Thermomix TM6 valued at just under 30,000 Rand. An Xbox Series S valued at 7,500 Rand. A 2,000 Rand Skin Miles voucher. A Szymanski Gold Cape Town pendant with diamond and chain worth 7,500 Rand, and an Environ skincare consultation and curated skincare routine valued at 5,000 Rand. So yes, we will get a lot of entries. Jump on it. The competition closes at midday, Tuesday, the 19th of December. That's next week. It is the season of giving, and we want to give it all to you. Expresso is ready to make it extra special for you and that special person in your life. But you can find all the T's and C's and some inspiration on expressoshow.com. Just go and check out those prizes. Wow.
Thank you so much, Graham. We definitely are in the mood of giving. So we're going to give you another recipe for your festive table. And this one, listen, this combines decadence and elegance all in one. A date and cardamom souffle, Gabby.
Hey, with chocolate.
Hey, yeah, you're excited for this. That's for sure.
And it's gluten-free.
And it's gluten-free, really?
Naturally, actually, yeah.
Okay,
Not that it was actually
cool.
on purpose to be it, but often with souffle they need flour.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't, which is quite nice.
Right, so souffle, we make it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
And don't feel intimidated. The fact that we have a little bowls here right now.
Oh, it's just a couple of bowls,
It's fine.
and some measuring spoons and whisks and everything else that goes with it.
It's all good.
Righto. So what do we? Okay, you got to talk me through this. I'm your assistant.
Thank you. Because I do have something that I do need you to do,
Yes.
but I just want to kind of talk through because it's a
Go
bit of a
for it.
noisy situation. What I'm starting with here is our kind of date milk that we're going to need to use later on, and I want it to cool a bit before I use it.
I see.
That's why I'm starting here. Then I'm next going to go into like our date cream for pouring on afterwards, just for the bougie vibes. And then this section is going to be for the actual mix of the souffle.
Right.
What I need you to do, which is very important, is to beat the egg whites until they're stiff with some sugar. So that's we're going to be folding the mixture in.
I'll start with this then, yes.
And just so you know, I'm also starting with our Nestle Ideal Milk over here.
Right.
Wait.
So here we go. I'm going to speed this
Sorry,
up.
I lied. I'm starting. Sorry, so many Nestle things right now. Our dessert and cooking cream, I'm starting with the Ideal Milk. Evaporated milk's coming just now.
Okay, well, on that note, the Nestle Ideal evaporated milk can also be used as fresh milk by diluting it with an equal amount of water. Did you know that? I didn't, which I think is great.
I know.
And you can also, it also adds creaminess, to soups, stews, or pasta dishes, and gives that all-around taste. And then the Nestle dessert and cooking cream, which we're also using this morning, is great for baking biscuits, tarts, and cakes. It also works great in savory recipes like your creamed spinach and creamy pasta sauces. And if you want to get your hands on this recipe, it is on our website, expressoshow.com. And of course, for more delicious Nestle recipes, you can go to recipeswithlove.co.za. All right, I'm going to speed this up now.
Thank you.
Is that it? That's the fastest it can go. So what do you need for the stiff peak?
Yeah, you want that? That's how you've added your sugar, hey?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
Let me add a little bit more.
I'm going to let this cook for a little bit longer. Add my egg.
Sorry, it is noisy, but this recipe calls for it.
It's all good.
Okay, well, this is coming along nicely.
Yeah. I'm going to turn that off. I don't want my egg to cook. Okay. So I now have a cup of this of our Ideal Milk.
Okay.
I'll try and do it softly. So I've got a cup of our Ideal Milk over here.
Yep.
my next contraption of this.
You can do it,
blender.
Gabby, you can do it. I think I'm good here. What do you think?
Yeah, that actually looks beautiful. Thank you.
That's stiff peak, right? So if you lift the whisk and it kind of stays in a peak like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's beat. Yeah,
Let me just, it's beat, yeah. I've beaten it.
Okay, so
Get off there.
I've added our dates now to my blender, and I've got our obviously ground cardamom for our flavor, and I've got a cup of our Nestle Ideal Milk over here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this together. Super simple.
Okay.
So that's super easy. And then in the meantime, do you want to just actually start on this for me? It's pretty
Yes.
much just whisking together four of these big ones
Tablespoons,
of
okay.
cocoa powder, the Nestle cocoa powder.
4 of them.
Yeah, 4
Okay.
please. And then your egg yolks, your melted dark chocolate, and your sugar. And you're just going to whisk it together.
All right, got it. 2, 3, and 1 more.
Yeah, and once that's whisked together, I'm going to add some of that cream that I just made now, and then we fold it into the. Sorry, noise
Go for
round
it.
number 2.
Go for it.
I was waiting for that to happen because I was like, these dates are feeling a little bit hard. So if you have time, soak them beforehand.
Yes.
Don't put them in raw.
But look at that, you've managed.
There we go. Bit of a mess. I think I've got dates. It's okay.
You
All
okay?
fun and games. I'm good. I just don't know what I'm looking like, but it's all fine.
No, you look good. You look fine. You look fine.
Okay. So yeah, that's actually going to be whisked together. And this is going to be used later, by the way, just for our, like I told you, we're going to pour over our souffle.
Okay, so here we go.
Beautiful. And
I
now
think I need some of that liquid of yours.
Yes, here we go. I'm going to put some of that in here now for you. So I'm going to pour a little bit in here.
Go for it. Throw it over there to get it out of this whisk. Yes.
So
Ooh,
whisk that in,
looks-
and we're going to just see like how that consistency is going. So you don't want it too thick.
Yeah.
Add a little bit more. Yeah, that's looking good. Because now we're going to take that and we're going to fold in our egg white mixture.
Ah, okay, I see.
So I'll take that whisk from you,
Go
and
for
then
it.
I'm going to use the spatula to fold it in like in 3 kind of
Can I?
vibes. So like do like a third of that,
Okay,
fold in, and
there we go.
then we're going to fold it in nicely.
You can do the. Okay, you've got a spatula there.
Oh, yeah, we each have one. Like
Look at us.
Of course
Look
we
at
do.
us. Okay.
So we're going to gently fold this in. So the whole
Yeah.
action with this is you want to gently fold it in because that will keep your aeration.
You
of
want
your-
that aeration of it.
Yeah, so as you can see, what we already have made for us, you'll see that they've risen so beautifully.
Yes, and they make this nice and fluffy, and then you can put that nice creamy sauce
Yes,
over here.
so that's basically what they look like at the end after you pop them in the oven.
Yes.
So, and then you're going to pour over your cream. So there we go.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
And that's pretty much it. I've put some some sugar
Yeah.
on our ramekins just so they don't stick. Pop them into the oven as per
And
recipe
done.
instruction, and there we go.
Fantastic. And look at that. All right, well, there we have it. So here's the thing. You at home stand a chance to win. We're talking inverters, canister stoves, and Nestle hampers to keep you cooking this festive season. And to enter the Whip, Whisk, and Win competition, all you have to do is buy any 2 participating Nestle Dairy culinary products, dial *120 *440#, and follow the prompts. It's that easy. But if you would like to get your hands on this recipe, a couple of steps involved, but we laid out nicely for you on our website, expressoshow.com. Very cool.
There we
Thanks,
go.
Gabby.
Thank you.
That
I'm
was
gonna
good enough
tuck
to
into
eat just
one
like
of
that.
I know.
Can I pour some of this over?
Yeah, please do.
Let's see how that goes. So this cooled down nicely already.
Yes. There we go. So you got a little bit of your sticky date
Yes,
cream
man.
vibe.
There we
Yeah.
go. I'm going to do this one as well because
Yeah.
we can.
Absolutely.
And
I'm
one
really
more.
like looking for the teaspoon.
Stand a chance to win in the Whip, Whisk and Win promotion by using Nestle Dairy culinary products. Buy any 2 participating products, dial *120 *440# and follow the prompts to enter. T's and C's apply.
Oh, the show has had a little bit of everything. So thank you so much to everyone who has contributed to this beautiful breakfast basket. All we need is one more performance, and Aubrey Kwana is going to be giving us exactly that to see out our Thursday. And then, of course, we can start that uphill or downhill climb towards the weekend. More entertainment on the way on the other side of this. Don't stray too far.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Just a few more minutes to savor with you, and we're going to do it in style. Now, if you like your sports, go improve it. Put your money where your mouth is, yo. If you're a lover of the game, you can use this inside sports knowledge to predict match day results and then claim your share in today's very big sports stake jackpots. Your chances of winning big could be a reality off the pitch, but you got to show up.
Exactly. You can play your favorite sports stake game on the nationallottery.co.za website. So make sure you play now and stand a chance to earn bragging rights to hashtag Binge your game.
And this is one of the beautiful things about Expresso. Each and every weekday, we don't just get into some very interesting conversations, but we also get into what we love to call the celebration of music. And earlier on, I did tell you about how we were celebrating 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I did tell you as well that we were going to be popping some more confetti. I just let some fall a little bit. But it is 1 month of the Johannesburg studio on Expresso. Is it gonna pop? And of course, we had to bring along a beautiful musical artist, someone who is going to help us celebrate. So, Expresso family, please put your hands together for Aubrey Kwana. Woo!
Sengihlale nginyameze akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni thandwela akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni sengihlale nginyameze akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni thandwela akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni sengihlale nginyameze akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze ngoba ikindoda engenamaphutha ya mama akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni sengihlale ngiyameze ngoba ikindoda engenamaphutha ya mama maungala wentokazi maungala wenzwakazi mina ngazi ngoshonaphi mina ngazi ngoshonaphi maungala wentokazi maungala wenzwakazi mina ngazi ngoshonaphi mina ngazi ngoshonaphi nale mibuzo awe khanda lami wemao uyajola yini ngani usuyajola yini sengihlale ngiyameze akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni thandwela akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni sengihlale ngiyameze akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni thandwela akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni sengihlale ngiyameze akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze ngoba ikindoda engenamaphutha ya mama akasafuni sengihlale ngibekeze akasafuni sengihlale ngiyameze ngoba ikindoda engenamaphutha ya mama sengilungitshela iqiniso yini kuthi usuyajola sacela ungitshele ma sacela ungitshele ndaba iqiniso yini
Another feel-good production.